All right, did you miss me? Did you miss me? It's been a long minute. It's been a long minute. I didn't get my break. I didn't do a thing. All I did was hit the button and come back, and now I'm back. We need to do a couple things. First of all, before we go live on, I'm staying there. We have to say, Mark York, you're first in chat. First offense for you, I believe. First time you've won the internet.
Not a camel.
It comes with its own prize, punishment, penalty, whatever you call it. You have to take care of everything IP related worldwide. It's just one of the things that happens. So let's see. We are trying to jump over here to pick up right where we left off, and we'll do that now.
Harry was checking that subject.
We did have.
I was kicked back, taking it easy.
Believe it or not, we had breaking news. Breaking news while you guys were gone. As soon as I stopped the live stream, there was breaking news. Let me see if I can play it again. Just one second.
Because he's the guy.
It's right here.
We're clear 2400 Britain's Bridge.
We're clear 2400 Britain's Bridge. That means they've cleared those addresses. They did not find the suspect. That barn, the Prius showed up to help us in. They did not catch him. He is still on the run. It's crazy. It's absolutely just insane. The news is lost. The driver's like, I'm right here. Can somebody tell me where I'm at? Siri's not working. Oh, is that the middle finger? Are you giving us? Oh, just kidding. It's not the middle finger, but he's driving around. We have a news camera back. A helicopter is back. It's circling this area, this Britain's Bridge. We expect it to move a little bit because now they've sort of lost the anchor point. We now only have a suspect area on the other side of the creek. And I'm not sure if this helicopter is going to stick around for that. Honestly, I just don't know what's going to happen there. So this is where they're flying right now. We'll keep an eye on that. Make it a little smaller so you can see. When did I shave the goatee off? Right between this live stream and this one, the last one and this one. In the 30 seconds I was off the air, I completely shaved. This guy is escaping. 250 of PA's best are out there looking for him, and it's just trees. Oh, this is where that dude was. We saw that shape in the hood in the woods. You saw the outline. It was just like he was standing there like a ghost. It just sucked in all the light. It was gross. Yeah, I don't want to think about it or I won't sleep. They're on police searching right now. They are searching this area right now. These are police cars driving up and down. These are not civilian vehicles, as you can see by the insignia on the doors. Lights going slowly. This is the new paranormal activity camera. It might be. I went back and saw it. It didn't move. It was just a shape. It was just a shape. People on the news stream are saying they saw it. Okay, it was an outline of a person. That's all it was. It was just like an outline of a person, almost like a stick figure outline. And it stood out because it was against the trees, and it didn't belong. There was nothing movement. It wasn't even something I would say, oh, there's a person right there. It would be like there's a shape of a person there. That was it. But it didn't look 5 foot tall. Saw a shape with a white mask. It was him, says Jessica. It was a short, stubby, slender man. That's what it was. It was just a shape, but definitely freak-worthy. I know, it just gave me the chills as the light, because first of all, we're looking with infrared vision, right? You see the light in this image right here? There's a cop with a flashlight. He's searching right here, and he's looking around. They're never going to find him if they stand on the paved road. This guy is not walking along the side of the road. Okay, he's not walking along the side of the road, trying to get his feet, keep his feet out of the dirt. This dude is climbing over logs and under logs and through culverts, and the search party needs to be where the dude is. Let's see what Nick's up to here. Nick's showing the pictures. These are from the security camera. that were given that were released this
So it looks
morning.
like a trail cam.
Trail
For streaming all day.
Whoa, that was really
Let me
loud.
send out a text and see.
Thank you, Brienne. I appreciate that. It has been a long day, but this is the good stuff. We love these things. CJ Martin, member for 4 months, says, my 9-year-old, per your instructions, tucked him into bed for his first day of 4th grade tomorrow, and I'm there with you for the long haul. CJ Martin, thank you very much. Good luck for your 9-year-old in school tomorrow. 4th grade. I remember 4th grade. It's the first year I failed a class. Not just like, oh, you didn't get a C, but like full on F. I failed science in 4th grade. But in my defense, I also aced the end of year testing. I got 100% on the entire test.
Are you guys onto him or unsure or 50-50? I think it's a better chance than last night. I'm asking. That's what I asked him to find out if they think that if they have a better chance tonight than they did last night, so we know.
Six zero 40. I'll be clear of Chandler as well, and I'll be around to get fuel.
Nothing happens, Jessica. 4th grade doesn't matter. It doesn't go on your permanent record. I'm still able to.
I'll be clear of Chandler as well, and I'll be around to get fuel.
It looks like they're clearing out Chandler Road completely. I was still able to get
So they are clear still of Chandler. That
my
was another
top
officer that
secret
just said that at
security
9:05,
clearance and
it's
have
9:05
awesome
right
jobs
now.
and do fun things and travel the world. 4th grade class grades meant nothing to that. This is awesome, Lindsay. It really is. Did they bring the dogs out? The dogs are out.
And let me show you guys
They're
again
just
how
not
dark
releasing them into the woods.
it is here.
It is so thick.
So you
I don't know
guys
how to describe
get a better
this.
understanding.
Imagine like a thicket, okay? A thicket. That's the only thing I could think of. A briar patch.
Conditions that the prison or the police are also dealing with.
It's just
So-
it's so thick. You can't
Give me a
just
second.
let's walk in and see if there's anything and shine our light around. It's like
It's
there's a
pitch
wall
black.
of vegetation in front of you, and you can like start cutting things down and squeezing
Pitch
through, and you
black.
get like 3 feet in, and you're like, okay, now what? What do you do there?
Literally,
Now, once you
pitch
get
black.
inside, there is usually it does open up a little
There
bit because the
is-
tree canopy
all you
keeps
can
the lower
see it. Like,
vegetation
we have our
down
fog
a little
lights
bit.
on, and it's providing little to nothing, but we just have them on for safety. So it's and there's
No, I didn't do anything. I didn't even get my
helicopter.
Mountain Dew. I'm gonna have to run and do that
for
now.
you. Right there.
It's a
If you guys see
thicket.
that, there's a helicopter. 2 helicopters.
Have they got a second chopper coming in? I only see the
Thank
one.
you
Are
for
they both
streaming this. You
news
are the
choppers?
best.
There's 2 of them.
He's saying he sees 2
Are they
helicopters.
both news choppers?
I think he's seeing the airplane, which is much higher, and the helicopter, which is lower. Sassy Southern Law Nerd, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Thank you for being
I'm
here.
showing you guys the darkness. So that's how dark it is on this road.
I can show you
And
guys the
that's
darkness.
same as it is
This is the
just about
darkness
on
right
every
here. This is
road
what it looks
around
like.
here.
but I don't want to be in it. I'm going to grab a Dew in just a minute. Assuming my kids didn't drink it, there's a good chance they snagged it and drank it. It's the last one in the house.
Lego My Briefs Waffle Scales just sent a super sticker with 1.49. Dono Train.
Oh, thank you,
So there's 2 helicopters.
MCAT, and thank you, Lego My Briefs. Appreciate both of you. You guys are amazing. In Africa, they call it the bush. Yeah, it really is. It is so thick. I want to see Fox. Their infrared camera just seems to
Definitely not a drone.
just
Too
grab
large.
stuff.
I mean, the darkness, you can see it for yourself. I mean, it's
Okay, if they pan left, you'll
right
see the
there
person.
is that, and it literally goes into that. So the neighborhood itself is also dark. There are no
Paula
street
Berry
lights. If you
just
guys want me
sent a
to walk
super
you through
sticker
the
with
neighborhood
3.
Right here, I can go into the development right here to our immediate right, just to show you the darkness.
Holly Berry, thank you for the
that's
super sticker.
Fine.
Big thumbs
But-
up. Appreciate that.
They're really. Let's go. Right
Okay,
over
they're not
here so you
they're not
guys can
doing
see.
much. We're going to keep an eye on this plane, which is actually this is the news camera. This is our news 10, right? Yeah.
So that's
Skyforce
the,
10 is back.
Let me try to.
Go for it.
So we are at. see,
Choo
it's
choo
so
steam
dark you can't even
locomotive, steam
focus around here.
locomotive, steam
The
locomotive.
focus isn't
Thank
working.
you, Cachette.
This is a little development.
And Kim.
and You can see,
I need to go get the dew now.
you can't even see the lights
For another
flashing
do-to-go
right
cup with straw
here.
face with peeking eye, cross-eyed grinning face with stuck-out tongue,
you see
winking
the police
face with
car.
stuck-out tongue.
And here's one of the neighborhoods. I mean,
Okay. This is the live scanner. Hold on just one second. I just jumped aboard the helicopter that is flying. We're now watching tail camera footage of the helicopter that's flying around the area. And apparently it's perpetually daylight in this app. So this is where they're going. Let's see. Sharon Ken Sharp says,
My
my
husband watched a bit of your coverage this AM and can't believe you are still going.
Hey, it's just a couple hours. What's a few hours between friends, right? But I do need to go grab that Mountain Dew. Give me 30 seconds to go raid the fridge. I'll be right back. Yeah, we did jump on board. This is a new view we haven't seen. If you look in the center of the screen, that's the helicopter that we supposedly are flying behind as it flies over this area. This is sort of their view as they see it. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. There's the chopper. You guys see the chopper right there? Okay, I'll be right back.
You want to pull too?
Okay.
You can ever swing over to Birmingham Road.
Amy
Meeting House Road,
Dedloff
and
just
keep
sent a super
people from coming
sticker
down
with
Meeting House
5.
towards Creek Road.
Okay, we have the scanner going. I'm going to turn Nick's voice on as well.
it's normal for
And
an area like this.
wait, I need to turn Nick off for just a minute because we have a new kind of ASMR we need for tonight. That's the sound. That's the sound. All right, now Nick's back.
Go for it. Go ahead. Yeah, Britain's Bridge and Creek Bridge, Amy. You want to pull too? Okay. Since no longer. You can swing over to.
Appreciate the time you have put into this today.
People from coming down Meeting House towards Creek Road.
Okay, they're still trying to stop traffic from coming down Meeting House
So
Road
they're
to
still
Creek
focused
Road.
on Meeting House and Creek Road, which is what I was told at, let me check the time. I think it was close to
Seriously, you the best
7:20?
mango, peach,
I'm gonna
mango,
double check.
fortune cookie,
But
takeout box,
they're
honey
focused
pot,
on
honey
that
pot, you rock.
Creek Road
Thanks,
and
Lego Briefs.
Meeting House.
Yeah, the traffic, they're trying to stop traffic. They're not searching for something there. That is the search area. They're not seeing him.
So
Debbie, what are we hunting for?
at
We are hunting for an inmate whose name I can't remember. Delanero. I can't remember what his name is. It starts with a D. He's a convicted murderer. He killed his ex-girlfriend, stabbed her 38 times in front of her kids. Was charged and convicted. The jury took all of 20 minutes to fill out the paperwork and find him guilty and sentence him to life in prison. But before he could be transferred to prison, he escaped. And we've been searching for him for 6 days. We're going on 7 days. This manhunt has been going on. He's gone a total of 5 miles. We've got 250 people on the ground at any given time searching for him, and we can't find him. He's been spotted, I think, now 8 times. And it's just, what do you do now? What do you do now? You just bring in more people. Let's see. What's the last radio traffic? Just one second.
You can ever swing over to Birmingham Road, Meeting House Road, and just keep people
they're
from
stopping
coming down
the
Meeting
traffic.
House towards Creek Road.
I missed a couple when I were out. Amy sent me a super sticker. Amy, let's see. Terry Lynn sent me this. Appreciate the time you sent in today. Sharon Ken Sharp watched a bit of coverage. Let's see. Lego My Briefs. Oh, man, I missed some. Hang on. Toyo Toys, member for 5 months. Hollyberry. Amy, thank you for the super sticker with the claps. I appreciate that. You guys are amazing.
You are amazing, RA. Love being part of the fam.
Amy's back again. Thank you, Amy. You guys are wonderful. How are police dogs not finding him? Lauren, it basically has to do with the fact that they aren't just setting the dogs loose. They don't have a row of police dogs that they can just say, just search this whole field and go. The police dog, really, they have to use him right when they find a trail, when they find a lead. And once it gets into heavy brush, the dog can probably chase, but it might injure the dog, and it might be dangerous for the dog. And honestly, the officer has a hard time following. So it's difficult. The dog's going to do better if they can chase him into a barn, or if they can chase him in structure like that. But just in thick brush, you've got a dog on a lead trying to go through thick stuff. Where it goes through, the officer has to follow. And it's just difficult. You can't just let the dog run. There's the name. Thank you very much. Danilo Cavalcante. Danilo Cavalcante is the inmate's name.
Mississippi just sent a super sticker with 20.
Missy Pants, thank you very much. Go! Oh, man. Appreciate that. Missy Pants, you're wonderful. And Bug Dugger as well. Thank you as well. We're going to turn Nick back on just so we can hear his latest updates. The helicopter is still pretty much keeping the same area, I think.
Thank you for everything you do for us. Smiling face with smiling eyes and hugging hands.
It's flying out. Let's go back to... Back to our top view.
And that's why I'm showing how dark it is.
It's leaving.
It's
leaving the scene.
A lot of people watching aren't.
Susan
a lot of them
just
are
sent
from
a
Chester
super
County, but then we have a lot of people from
4.99.
other areas and other.
Susan Hurt, thank
states,
you very
cities,
much.
Countries that are watching, so they have street
Nurse
lights,
for God
and
just
when they
sent
see
a super
neighborhoods without
sticker
them,
with
I mean,
20.
it's not something that they usually
Nurse for
see.
God, you are absolutely awesome.
So
Thank
to
you
them,
for your
this
support.
is new, and it helps them understand why it's so difficult to search the area without lights, but they don't want to
TD,
use.
I want to get one of
obviously,
these assault
lighting in
guns
the
so
woods as
badly.
they're
The
searching,
bug
'cause
assault
they'll keep
guns.
running further out.
I
was talking with an officer.
I want a bug assault so badly.
Not sure if you guys overheard it, but even he said it's a very tough situation. They're doing the best they can, but it's a very hard mission. It's hard for the public and us to understand how difficult it is unless
This
we
has
are
been an amazing day.
law enforcement, which
Britta
maybe some
Aller,
of you are.
thank you.
And you guys can chime in, but it's a difficult
I
mission
love this stuff.
to find somebody in an area like this.
Thanks for the explanation. Appreciate
you would need like the military
Lauren,
to
thank
come
you.
down
Thanks
to
for the
sweep
question.
these woods if you want to do a
that
full
helps as
sweep.
well. Okay, so we have a lot of people on the ground. They're focused on the roads and they're waiting. Here's what they're doing. They're doing on this search what deer hunters in the east do. Okay, if you go out west and they're deer hunting, you'll find hunters who get down and stalk the deer, and they're pushing through brush and they're physically going, and they don't have dogs, right? They're physically going places. Holy cow, you guys are. I can't even pause. The chats are coming so much. Be Kind just gifted a membership. That went to Elizabeth Spencer.
You do
Congratulations,
so much for us,
Elizabeth.
RA.
Nurse for God comes in with another huge super chat, like back to back to back. These are just, you guys are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what the police are doing here is they're treating it like a deer drive. In a deer drive, they release dogs, okay, and the hounds will chase the scent of the deer, and they'll push the deer to a clearing where the hunter will then shoot them. The hunter literally sometimes will sit in a chair that's on top of their truck and wait for the deer to come out in the clearing and blast away, you know. And some people say that's not
Thanks
sporting.
for covering
it's
this
just
ad,
different.
Recovery Addict.
It's very different. Thank you, Loretta Branham. I appreciate that. And Patty Girl, thanks for gifting another membership. Lauren got that membership. Thank you so much, Lauren. Congratulations, and thank you, Patty Girl. So it's different. It was something I had to get used to here. I've never hunted like that. I'm not a big hunter to begin with, and it seemed different. It seemed like unfair, unsportsmanlike when I first came out here. But I realized that it's basically how people grew up. It's just how they were raised hunting, and the way I was raised around hunting, people do it differently, okay? The police are doing it like they hunt deer here. They sit around on the roads on the outskirts of all these thickets, and they're hoping to flush out the game by the helicopter flying overhead. And they're waiting for him to appear on the road so they can run out and arrest him. I don't think that's going to happen. He knows that. MCAT just gifted a membership, and that went to Sassy Girl. Sassy Girl, congratulations. Good to have you back in green. Let's see. I'm glad you don't hunt. I don't have time to hunt. I really don't. All the cool kids are doing it.
All the cool kids are doing it. I want to be cool.
Greeners, you're cool now, officially. And Laura.
Here's for the overtime you're putting in. Thank you, smiling face with smiling eyes and hugging hands.
I think, Laura, I think it's funny that you say I'm putting. It says putting in. I'm putting in because I don't golf, but I can putt. That's it.
I have missed your coverage.
Indy Cindy, we're back. We're back. We're trying to track this. We have the scanner app going right now. Just listen. Let me see if there's anything new that's come in. Going to replay the last communication.
Accent taking a while to get there.
Nothing yet. We are on autoplay, so if anything comes through on this feed, we're not getting the ops communication, like the guys that are actually pushing through different brush areas. We're not getting their communication back and forth, but we are getting some of the strategic movements and some of the wider information. Back to Nick. We'll bring Nick back
lost. I mean, as far as we know, this guy thinks that he's in New York City somewhere in a suburb and he got away. I don't think he knows that he is still. I mean, I'm not going to say what he knows, but I'm saying what he might be lost. He might think he's getting far, but he's really going in circles. These are some massive.
He might be looking for police officers to help him
wooded areas with a lot of brush, and if he's going through the woods, he might be going in circles unwittingly. I highly doubt that he wanted to get away from prison, take one direction and then go back towards the prison unknowingly, hit a gas station, and then go through the woods and wind up in Glenwater, whatever the Water Glen Drive. So he basically made a U-turn, and I don't think he did that on purpose. He's not going to come back to towards the prison. He's trying to get away from the prison. So he might be lost where he thinks he's getting far, but he's not. Now, I don't know if he knows where Longwood Gardens is. I don't know if he's privy to how far that is from the prison. But maybe he doesn't know that he's been in the same few mile radius
Bug-Assault water pistol find.
Thursday.
Get the 3.0 in yellow and we will be water pistol twinsies.
The 3.0 in yellow. Does the yellow... I was worried I'd need camouflage or the bugs would see me.
He might think that he got away somewhere far and that they're just
I can do that.
following him. I don't think he understands that he's still very close to the prison.
I think he knows he's close to the prison.
Does anybody know that? Did he live around here at the time? That's something, I guess, Grizzly, she covered the background on the actual case. I did not cover any of that. I'm only covering the manhunt. So I'm not sure exactly where he lived.
This is true, Kitty Cat.
No, I believe so he lived in Phoenixville. So he might not know this area. And
he's not familiar with the area.
He knows he got away somewhere and the police are still following him or something. He would be an idiot to just keep going in a circle around the prison unless he's waiting for a ride to pick him up.
Let me turn Nick down just for a second. This guy knows how far he's gone. The trail camera has caught him going a certain direction, and an hour later coming back past the same trail camera. He probably knows where he was to navigate that.
The last thing was at 9/11.
I've got that last 9/11.
The scanner is on.
The scanner is on. Oh, I'm listening as well. I'll actually hear it before you hear his feed. They have a fuchsia super bug assault.
Yeah, he visited. I mean, a lot of people visit Westchester, but they don't get a tour. They don't go on a tour of Chester County, so he might have gone to Westchester. Maybe he went to Longwood Gardens. I personally didn't even know that Longwood Gardens was that close to prison.
Here's the news truck is still looking around that same intersection.
And he might be going in a circle without knowing it.
Cars are passing by. They're using infrared to look for somebody coming out of the woods. It's not happening here. That might have been a civilian.
Yeah, I mean, his best bet is probably just walk up to the gate of the prison. That would be the best. But I mean, at this point, if he's going to keep circling it, it's probably more comfortable in there than it is in the woods, and it's going to be more comfortable in there.
I would say he's a bit crafty. He's not
stuck in. I mean,
he's
on
not
the run
stupid.
in this
He's not
weather.
One of the dumb criminals.
He's not going to get. I don't see him getting away.
First of all, he knows what he's doing. He was able to see an opportunity and escape from jail. Okay, that takes some brains to be able to do that. Okay, this wasn't just a door was left open and he walked out. This is riveting in a slow kind of way. Sharon Ken Sharp, it is. 5 months, Sharon. Thank you so much for being a supporter for that long. One of my friends explained that's how you get the dogs confused. I've learned doubling back. He may be doing just that, just going all over the place. I do disagree a little bit with Nick. I think this guy is smart. I think he knows what he's doing. I think he's very calculating, that he's sticking to his plan, his escape plan. He's in completely new woods with no knowledge about it. But I think he can hide. I think he can hide well. Amy Manti is in the gallery. Welcome. 5 months there as well. Phoenixville's not that far away. He lived with his girlfriend that he stabbed for 3 years. He probably has a good idea where he is. I think he's trying to get to Delaware. What did you see that alarmed you earlier? Chris, I'm looking for that on this feed. If it pops up, I'll show you. We're going to go back to this one over here for now. It was just a shadow, an outline of a person.
He had that route
in the trees
mapped out.
Still.
So that leads me to believe that he wanted to avoid that specific route.
Adam has a
head
suggestion.
More towards a rural section. Because for him to walk towards the courthouse would be bizarre, but I can't say anything is a fact. Obviously, we're just brainstorming about what's going through this guy's head. Nobody knows what's going through this guy's head except him.
Yes, we did have a landowner with a trail camera. That was back on the initial sighting that brought the police to this area. This was west of the river. That was right over here.
Don't miss the forest for the trees.
I tell you, I'm missing all the trees. Here it was. Chandler Road was where the original call was. This address, this house right here in the middle of the screen, that's where the call came that they had sighted somebody. Then they said it was moved over a little further down the road to a pool house. It was open. Those were both cleared. They got the trail camera from this road as well.
Corndog just sent a super sticker with 5.
Thank you, Corndog. Appreciate it. Hippos underwater. That might be what he's doing, is like breathing through a straw, swimming in the river. But here we go. This is as far as we know. This is still the search area with the best information we've got.
That was earlier, I believe. Let me check.
Yeah, we're swing over to Birmingham Road, Meeting House Road, to keep people from coming down Meeting House.
So the last thing we have on the scanner is to check or to keep people away from the Meeting House Road area. I am on.
It's been almost 15 minutes since the scanner had any traffic.
I believe it's called Whitewood Way. Let me double check. I can't see the street sign. It's that dark where I can't even see the street sign that I'm standing next to. So Whitewood Way is where I am.
Okay, look for,
which is right before.
If they turn left, we're going to see that.
Parkerville Road.
Wonder if the news has been asked to watch
this. Exactly. Let's see how far it is from here to, again, Lenape and Parkersville, which is where we were yesterday.
The thing that makes people great at this, outwitting the police, is being willing to do things that most people wouldn't and thinking differently. And so if he's able to do that, he's managed to successfully elude them, and it might be able to continue for several more days.
So from where we were yesterday to here is a 4-minute drive. I'll show you guys, and then I'll show you the walking distance. So we're at the blue, and we were at that red check mark last night. You guys see? So we were down at the red check mark last night, and that's where the activity was. That's where the sighting was, where multiple neighbors called. So if I hit walk,
wow, he had a 2-hour head start.
It's a 29-minute walk, maybe a 10 or 15-minute run, depending on how fast the guy is.
So day one, they said they had eyes on him, but didn't take the shot because the news was above watching. So that was their story. Day one.
Update.
If that's their story, that's
we're still.
Somebody has to explain that.
There hasn't been any activity.
My scanner, I've got 2 scanners running. I'll turn the other one on. Okay,
that
so
was
now
at
I've got the
9/11.
county stuff
That's
that's
the
not
last update
ops.
that we
I have
have.
the ops channel, but I don't have the tactical. So I'm reading a lot of different audio feeds. It's going to be a little confusing.
And let me follow up.
He is accused of murdering someone in Brazil as well. So this would be his second murder. This one, he's not just accused here. He was convicted. He was convicted. He was found guilty. A jury found him guilty in 20 minutes.
Following up.
Sentenced him to life in prison, and he escaped before he was transferred to the prison.
So it's been almost an hour since I heard from
Lethal force
Command
is
Center, so I'm wondering
authorized.
if
What we're hearing unofficially on the escape and how he did it is that he climbed on top of some exercise equipment, able to scale out of a exercise room onto the roof, and then from there, or a subroof, and then from there he was able to climb out onto a wall and jump down. Brooklyn, we are watching it live, yes. What year did the stabbing happen? Was that 2021? 2 years ago? Climbed the fence of an exercise yard. Yes, the state is Pennsylvania,
you guys saw
Debbie.
that last night with the helicopters. They were coming and going because they want to. It must be a tactic or a strategy of theirs where they come over a certain area, circle it, and try to maybe wean them out somehow. You have radio traffic? Let's check. I don't have anything.
There's no traffic.
No, so I'm on patch 65149, the last update. You guys can see the service here is terrible. Let me double check. Let's see. 9/11 is the last update that we have.
Yeah, his trial happened within the last month.
So there hasn't been anything since 9/11 on our end. And you guys can see that we have one bar on this device, so it's in the middle of nowhere.
Sunshine Sarah, let me show you on the map here. Actually, let me show you on
And
the
we'd
other
have
map.
a better shot if the trooper was facing the other way without the headlights pointing at us. That's kind of what's making it a little bit pixelated.
Ready?
So let's
Here we
see.
go. This is where we're going. Let's go to this one right
Helps a
here.
little bit, maybe zooming out.
This is roughly the area. Did that help at all? Probably not very much. That was an area that was of interest earlier. Close that down. We're now over here by
No,
Chad's
I'm not
Ford.
seeing that. Is that... I'm not seeing that. Is it on the patch?
So if we zoom out, we're straight north of Wilmington, Delaware.
Should I... Is that on the patch channel? Because I'm not seeing anything new on the patch. Patch 65149 has nothing new. West Police Dispatch, I'll add that to this. Where, how far is that from here? Add Central and West? Okay.
19963
West Police Dispatch and Central Police Group.
I'm adding those as well. We got a lot more.
So Central, West. Is it West Police Group or is it okay? West Patch.
6-5 Paul 3, we are not okay. We have an unsecured door, we'll advise.
We are not okay.
Copy. I was an unsecured door.
We've added some more talk groups to this. He's not in a jumpsuit. He has changed his clothes. We have West Police Dispatch, Central Police Dispatch, Central Police Group, and maybe West Police Group. I think we have West Police Group on here as well. Yeah, let's add West Police Group.
Yes, 6-5 Paul 3, copy. I was an unsecured door.
Okay, so they've got unsecured doors. The last traffic we heard. We're going to hear a little more traffic here now that we've got more groups in the talk group. We are not okay. Yeah, they're not clear. They're still clearing the building.
39 call 5 MDC check for phone assignment.
39 call 5.
Unit 14 call 6 your status.
Okay, hold on.
Unit your status. Unit 14 call 6, copy you're available.
Sam on Ferrari.
Unit dispatch, Sam on, okay. Unit 65 call 3, copy out on secure door.
An unsecured door means there's a building that's open. Might be ajar. It might
65 call 3,
be
we're
just
good. Building
unlocked.
secure.
Unit 65 call 3, copy building secure.
So that one's cleared. Speaking of which, someone just came in my back door at 9:30 at night.
Unit 52 call 67, MDC check for report.
Call 67, copy.
We're following Danilo.
Unit 52 call 61, MDC check for phone assignment.
Call 61, copy.
You know, something's going to happen as soon as we step
Unit
away.
14 call 6 your status.
Okay, hold on.
Unit 14 call 6, copy you're available.
Don't miss the forest for the trees.
Phoenix Rising. I'm not familiar with Michael Burnham. Is it the same facility and the same way? That he like just followed somebody else's path? They left it open? We are following the Danilo
65 call 3,
fugitive
we're
case.
good. Building secure.
Unit 65 call 3, copy building secure.
So they're securing all the buildings they can in the area just to make sure there's no route for him to go and hide.
Unit 52 call 67, MDC check for report. Unit 52 call 61, MDC check for phone assignment.
Let me just say, I don't think he is using a phone for that. And the reason why is because the technology that exists now, hang on, we need to cut here. Who's this? Not sure what he's doing, but look, there's going to be the guy in the trees. The shape's still there. It's still there. I saw it. Anyway, I don't think he's watching the live stream. The technology exists right now for the FBI to use cell towers
Mika
to,
just sent a
to
super
find
sticker
all the
with
people who are in a certain
1.49.
area. MCAT, thank you very much for the super sticker. You keep sending those. I appreciate you very much. Black Cat. The cops are, I don't think they're Barney and Fife. I really think most of the officers, like I would say the vast majority of the officers, are not going in through the forest and beating bushes and looking behind logs and opening little doors and lifting boards and the vast majority are probably just perimeter patrol. It is a little humiliating that the one little 5 foot tall dude that weighs $120, soaking wet, is evading them. There was a manhunt for Burnham and PA. Burnham had already been recaptured after fleeing and kidnapping an older couple and dumping them in South Carolina. Vaguely, that's coming back to me. No chance he has any mobile devices. He wouldn't be going in circles. What flight tracker are we using? P-Wheel for real. I'm using flight radar 24. But right now there's almost nobody here. There is one there's one plane. I thought there was a plane that was flying through here, but now I'm not seeing it. There was a plane that was circling over the top.
Love RA party at night. Let's catch this guy PA.
The ADS-B tracker was showing a plane, but that plane's gone now, so I don't think they have any coverage over the top. What's the update? The update is he's escaped them still. They've had confirmed sightings. He may be on yet another trail camera. That's not confirmed yet, but they've had confirmed sightings. They've seen him, and they can't pin him down.
So just give us a little bit here and there. If anything
Listening
major
to Nick
comes
really
through,
quickly.
he'll text me, or if there's a dead end in the search, he'll text me.
16191.
91.
This is West Police.
Fugitive, okay.
This is Central Police.
Tonight we'll probably be here till 1, I'm thinking.
16191. Elmwood Garden Apartments, Building A as an Alpha. 100 Harlan Drive, Building A as an Alpha. Number 4. EMS being dispatched out for a CBA. Fugitive, okay.
Okay.
Oh, I missed acknowledging a donation. Let me go back. Sunshine Sarah, love a party at night. Let's catch this guy. Who did I miss? Here it is.
Let's talk about the important. What's he eating?
Pantoufel, here's what we know. He did break into a house and stole food. And he stole apples. Was it apples, peaches, and peas or something? Basically, the fresh fruits and veggies out of the fridge.
I'm at the driveway of 1753.
This is our group.
Inside the perimeter. Do they want us to go up and just check that vacant house and make sure it's secured?
Unit 41719, copy your stop. 2 inch block north past Town Pike.
Affirmative.
Alright, I have 7544 here at the driveway with me. I'll take him up.
Peaches, apples, and snap peas. Now, the crazy thing about this is when he broke into a house and stole stuff, the house was occupied. If I understand it, there was a separate house.
Driveway, but there's still troopers on other sides of him, so he's going to follow me out.
Anyway, there were people in the house upstairs sleeping. The wife woke up the husband, said, "I think somebody's in the house." He got up and went down to the landing, like halfway down to the basement or to the downstairs. And he flicked the light on a few times, and downstairs somebody flicked the light as well. And then the guy walks out of the house with the stuff. So yeah, he's walking into people's houses. If he needs something, there's plenty of homes around. This is not so remote that they can't. Just saying goodnight to my kids. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe. Maybe. What's wildlife like in that area, Bambi aside? Okay, so they'll probably have some black bear, which is not really a risk.
6544.
I don't know if they have wild hogs. Wild hogs, I think, are further south. They're up in my neck of the woods, but not very bad. Not like in Texas.
Can you just repeat the location? Your modulation was low. Unit 60, call 11.
Call 11.
Send the kids to bed.
Unit 60, call 11 in the area of 108 Landenberg Road, 108 Landenberg Road for a traffic complaint of a tree down blocking both lanes. Caller did advise it's going to be just after the bridge.
A tree down blocking both lanes. Do you think he could have? Do you think he could have done that?
Unit 41719, your status. Unit 0855, copy your PSA at 230 Washington Avenue.
1719, okay.
Unit 41719, okay.
Wild turkey, that's a thing. White-tailed deer, yes.
Your location.
65 Adam, I'm trying
Yes,
to get that.
I'm giving all my kids hugs.
Unit 0855, copy your PSA at 230 Washington Avenue.
Let's see what Nick's got going on here. The kids are in bed. They just came in to give you goodnight hugs.
This way.
Yes to the foxes for sure.
Did they
Bobcat
ask
as well.
them to light up the perimeter?
Possibly some mountain lion. Probably not in the city as much.
Six five all three. Sam 1, I will be clear of 1150 Wiley.
Unit 653, okay.
I don't think they're far enough north for moose.
Paul 3 and Sam 1.
But
Clear also.
Unit 65 Adam 1, okay.
you'll probably have some coyotes though. He may be bathing in the river. I mean, he's got plenty of water. I mean, it's a very wet area. It's not just him sweating it up out there. Bigfoot, yes, that species. I forgot the big one. A tree fell on the road and nobody heard it, but they saw it.
All right, guys. So I have it filtered. So we're gonna play from 9:44 until now.
You are an amazing dad. Slightly smiling
let's do
face.
from 9, just to make sure we didn't miss anything.
Nick's gonna replay the audio on the scanner.
Here, wait, units, your status.
44 to now.
Sam 2, we're fine.
We've already heard it, so we're just gonna keep listening to it live.
Unit 08, Sam 2, okay.
Dispatch is checking to see if everything's okay with these units.
Charlie.
Call for standby. Unit 41, Sam 19, your status.
That's so piercingly loud.
Sam 19, okay.
Unit 41, Sam 19, okay. Unit 65, Paul 4, your modulator quite low. Please repeat your location.
There's the cameraman. And straight above through that fence, if they pan up, is the shadow that looks like a man. Oh, they've got daylight colors. That's cool.
65 Adam 1, he was with Paul 3 and Sam 1. You can clear him also.
Unit 65, Adam 1, okay.
No.
Here, wait, unit your status.
So yeah, there really isn't any.
Unit 08, Sam 2, okay.
These are just general, but we have. So we should have. Yeah, Central has a lot of unrelated stuff. Yeah, Central has a bunch of unrelated stuff.
Let's see if we can get the ERT tactical team feed here. Just 1 second. Major Incidents Response Team. We'll include them as well.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, is the patch. But people here, the last update from patch was at
Got everything I need.
9:42.
You know what you call to?
Sorry, I'll switch you over.
So what I'll do is I'll open
Q.
one up.
If a man speaks
with
in the forest
patch,
and there's
I'll
no
open
woman
one up
around
with
to
the
hear
others,
him,
and I'll
is
keep
he
the
still
others
wrong? YN.
muted unless something comes up, and then I'll play it from there. So I'm gonna
Pantoufle,
put
yes,
just the
thank
patch
you
on
very
for
much.
guys, so that way
Deep thoughts.
have-
Deep thoughts.
that.
Can you let the state know the owner that called this in is coming down in a red BMW? He's going to
Man,
meet
I
us in the
think Fox
driveway
29
to
has
show
all of
us.
their
There's a couple
interns on this
houses back
chat
there and a couple buildings.
promoting. Again, we don't mind if you guys
Oh,
go
okay,
there.
okay.
Watch everything. But interesting amount of tags for Fox. Maybe it's because everybody was tagging Fox 29 over the weekend when we were reporting and asking why they weren't here, so I'm guessing they're doing the same thing, so I really don't mind. Let's see if there's anything on the patch.
We don't have much coming in on this one. Let's see. You don't have black bears, Kristen? No black bears up there? Here's what I'll say. A wise person once told me that if you have forest, you have bears. We have tons of bears in North Carolina, tons. So many that every year they give out licenses and they stop letting you harvest. Like that's what they call it when you hunt a black bear. They stop letting you harvest bears after they've shot 200 of them. That's the amount that you can harvest in a year. And people say, I've never seen a bear. You don't see bears. They're like this dude.
Baker Lane. For suspicious condition, bushes in the backyard were pushed down and her dog was barking at something. Nothing was seen, nothing was heard. Caller does have a handgun, but does not have it on their person at this time.
Well, go get it on your person.
All 5, copy.
Okay, we're gonna replay this so we can get the address.
All 5, copy.
Not that part.
Unit 3945, 409 Baker Lane, 409 Baker Lane. For suspicious condition,
Four-wheeled.
bushes in the backyard were pushed down and her dog was barking at something. Nothing was seen, nothing was heard.
409
Caller does
Baker
have a
Lane.
handgun, but does not have it on their person at this time.
All 5, copy.
Unit 16, call 30, copy your stop, 300 block, East Lincoln Highway.
Let's see where that is. I don't think that's anywhere near.
3945, our caller's going to be a Dana Gentile. At this time, she's securing her handgun.
All 5. Okay, sounds good.
Annie, get your gun. Yep, she's going to be fully armed when the police arrived. Okay, so the bushes were pushed down there. I think that's outside of the region. No wild hogs either. So no wild hogs. There are black bears in northern PA, but this is southern.
Okay?
Does Nick ever sleep or does he nap in his car? I think he sleeps early mornings. Pennsylvania has black bears. We're talking about. I've seen them in my own backyard.
Call 4 and I will be en route to 1063 Wiley.
Yes, is that possibly okay?
Let's see. Coyotes are here. Giraffes in PA. Maybe in the zoo. There are hogs in Florida. Walmart's full of them. Do they think they're getting close? They thought they were getting close earlier today when they rushed to this area and surrounded it and then had nothing. Nick didn't get out till afternoon. He was struggling to get in the area. They'd closed down a lot of this area. He managed to actually get in a really good location. Matt, on the other hand, got right in the heart of it. There's some suspicion that Matt might have been the person that they saw on that road because he was over there where there was the sighting. And people are saying maybe people sighted Matt, and maybe that threw things off. But Not sure. Yeah, Kesha, even though they have not been catching him, they have evidence that proves they are on his tail. They're getting
you go
pictures.
over and beyond for us.
Thank you, Nurse for God. They're getting pictures of him in trail cameras. They're having confirmed sightings where law enforcement can say, yes, this was definitely him. We can confirm that. Why not more canines? They just don't have herds of canines. What's it called? I guess it would be packs, right? You don't have herds of canines, but packs of canines just to release. It's not like hounds on a deer hunt or a fox hunt. There's one officer with one dog, and he has to be able to follow the dog, and the dog cannot follow through a lot of these rough terrain situations.
You don't want to call 2 status.
Let's see what we've got here. Looks like Fox is trying to get a shot. They're looking down the road. This dude, look, he is so nervous. Okay, he's like watching his back. He's looking around. He's like, this dude's going to jump out of the shadows at any moment.
Call 2 status. All right, we're going to be inside checking 1753. You don't want to call 2, okay.
He's checking his back. He does not want to be here. He so does not want to be here. This cameraman's like, does not pay enough. Does not pay enough.
Yeah, 3975.
He probably can't carry protection because of station policy.
On the phone, just total phone up now.
Yeah, 3975, okay.
Yeah, I would not get out of the vehicle, and I would be armed as well. It's a clouder of cats? How did I was today years old before I knew that. Can somebody do me a favor and tell me when we hit the 7-day mark? Because we're just about done with day 6. Is it midnight? I mean, when does he escape officially? He's like, this internship blows. They put the intern out on the camera with an escaped killer, and they're like, hey, just operate the camera here in the dark in the middle of nowhere, and don't let him get you. And he's wearing a Jay-Z shirt too. Oh, man. I think it's a pack of dogs. I think you're right. He is someplace outside of Philadelphia. He's actually in southern PA, just above the border with Delaware. That little half circle border. He's right there, just a couple miles from the border. It's probably not good that the cameraman had an X on his back.
Unit 2971, cover your stop, 1600 block, Horseshoe Pike.
He escaped at 8 a.m., so tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. we'll be into day 7. They're doing a live hit for 10 o'clock. Now they're going to use that feed. They probably don't have a reporter out there, is my guess. They'll report, just have the multimedia reporter. Is that what they call it when they make the reporter also be the cameraman? Jonathan Sossman says, where are the families in homes? Where are the families at home in the houses he broke into? If we go back on the map, let me show you here. First of all, where we're at right now. You see right here this Kennett Square and Westchester University. All the action we've been following has been between these two positions. Yesterday, it was Longwood Gardens, right here in the center of the map. That's what area we started, and it turns out that he had come down from this area up above where they thought they had him hemmed in. Let's see, let me go to this is the prison where it started, right there. He jumps that fence, gets out, and he doesn't go far. He just goes down a little bit. They have him in these trees. He eventually says, I think we went down all the way to Longwood Farms, which is right down here. And instead they said, oh, we've got a sighting over here on this other side, and he's gone to the right. And so we're following that over. And he gets over here to this river right here, and that's where we're at right now, is along this river. He's not going very far. He hasn't moved much, and he just moves at night as well. So the homes were all in this area. There's the reporter. They do have a reporter doing a live hit.
Oh, 3 copy.
Okay, so
3-9 units, your status.
3-9. We're okay. Checking the property now.
3-9 units, copy, checking the property.
Dr. McDreamy, this is your bedtime watch. We're watching for planes. There's nothing overhead. No helicopters moving in. We're not hearing any reportings of sightings. Man. Oh, it helps if I'm on the right app.
Unit 38, call 4, copy your stop, 2900 block, Lincoln Highway.
Paul 2. We secured 1753 with the owner. We're going on to the next house now.
You'll want to Paul 2, okay, 1753 secured.
Unit 38, call 4, copy your stop, 2900 block, Lincoln Highway.
Methodically securing locations. I'm not sure where Lincoln Highway is. Does that sound like somewhere close to this? I don't think it's close. Anyway, last we heard, we're still searching in this area. Let's listen to Nick, see what he's found over there.
Okay, 1753 secured.
So that's pretty much, yeah, there's no
3, call 4, 3.
no update on that. I'm waiting to find out.
Unit 38, call 4, okay.
One of the law enforcement sources, they're both not answering, and they're both working here, so there's something active going on. Melly?
That wasn't what I was going to say as the first go-to for how to get him, but that would work. Regina, have a good night. It's getting close to my bedtime as well, and it looks like he may have escaped them for another night. Unless they get a hot lead, they're really just have to wait for the next tip. Some of the drones are equipped with night vision as well, or thermal. Thermal would help a little bit, but both night vision and thermal cannot see through the tree canopy, so if he's in heavy brush, you're not going to see into there. You definitely can automate searching and do accident avoidance as well.
I'm texting a resident real quick, guys. That's why I'm quiet.
Michael, keep doing the do. I've got a little bit of do left. It looks like he outsmarts them again. Yes, this looks like he successfully made it a week. Yeah. Can you imagine the prisoner's like, wait, guys, never mind. False alarm. He was in the other cell. We had him all along.
One second, guys. I'm just responding to residents to check on something.
Future, the problem is...
So some residents are saying that they're getting reverse 911 calls in the area that I am.
Ooh.
So somebody that lives only a few minutes away from here, 3 minutes or 4, up to 5, just said that they've received a reverse 911 call.
Clear that out, please.
So I'm going to find out what it's about.
Unit 3742, okay. RF already taped it in to the previous calls.
Perfect, thank you.
65 Pulse 3, our status is okay.
A reverse 911 call is when the county sends out they call all of the residents within a certain area from the 911 center and play a message. They've been to the effect of there's a sighting or stay inside, report suspicious activity in your area. That's what those calls have been.
3-9 units, okay. I'm also going to be holding a photo assignment when someone's available.
We're on Pocopson and Parkerville, which is Parkerville is where the police officer is, so we're on Pocopson Road.
That is awful lighting for this reporter. I wonder what the cameraman could do to make it a little bit better.
Check for phone assignment.
Can we do a slow zoom out so we can see the path of the Creek River and where it ends? Thanks in advance. Yeah, we'll do that. Let me go full screen with that camera here. I think it's 7. There we go.
I'm just responding to some residents, guys. Hold on.
So it looks like it's headed south down across the border into Delaware. Not sure if it goes to the Hoops Reservoir or if it joins up with one of these other rivers. Let's see. It's tough to see where it goes. I'm guessing eventually it's going to get down here into this big river right here, which is pretty much a sound. The Delaware Bay.
Oh, cool. So, let me... So the last patch call came in at 9:59, and it was just this.
1202. We secured 1753 with the owner. We're going up to the next house now.
So it looks... That's what I'm waiting to find out.
Thanks, Red Pen. Appreciate you. You're amazing. We're going to try this again tomorrow.
Six 5 we're clear.
Active train tracks. These are right here. Yes, we do see a train on it. So I believe those are active tracks that run through here. You can see them just barely in the middle of the screen. They've got trees on both sides, but there are tracks along the river, basically.
So it's not a storm drain, I found out. It's called a culvert, C-U-L-V-E-R-T. That is what they are concerned about him traveling through. C-U-L-V-E-R-T.
And this is smart. A culvert goes under the roads. They can be watching all the roads, and he can go right underneath their noses. Where's last location again? Last location, look at Pocopson. See this right in the center of the map here? Pocopson. They were right here across the river. Oh. That's my phone. Hang on just 1 second. Let me take this offline. Okay, we have Amber on the phone here with us. Amber, can you hear me? Well, let's see. Why is it not working? Because I'm coming in through 7 or 6. Amber, sorry, it's not going to work. I apologize. I've got the wrong connection hooked up, and it's not. I don't think it'll work. All right, thanks. Appreciate it, Amber. Amber just gave us the heads up, and she said this guy actually escaped. I'm going to hang up, Amber, because I can't hear you. Is that all right? Okay. Let's see. This camera 6 is back. Do we have audio? Amber says this guy actually escaped initially when he first got arrested, and he made it all the way to Virginia. And the police caught him there in Virginia. So let's go to this camera here. They keep moving around for these live hits. Let's see. And I need this audio back. Why can't I get audio?
6-51 first.
There we go. So this guy has, if he made it from PA to Virginia already, he knows what he's doing. He's incredible at avoiding police. This is second escape for here. He also, I guess, he got away in Brazil. So this dude is a regular Houdini. I don't think it's the guy that killed the transport deputy. Somebody can confirm that. This guy is like the mini El Chapo. Oh, wow. I didn't realize the stream's going. So I like his feed, but I didn't mean the hearts to be going all over the screen. How did he get to PA if he killed a person in Brazil? Shaking my head. Yeah, we do know that his entrance was not of the legal type. We're trying not to dwell on the politics of that, so we'll just leave it at that. He is elusive, quite. Maryland also has Rachel Morin's killer on the loose. Why haven't they checked the trains? I'm not sure if trains are running right now. We have train tracks going through my town, but there's a train that only goes down about once every other week. Thought he escaped county before this transfer to Max. That's what I know about this one. Why are we not hearing? Not
if he
hearing
wasn't
Nick.
a murderer, I'd be rooting for him.
Okay. Hold tight. We're gonna fix Nick's feed. I'm losing it.
1755 is checked and secured. I'm just going to drive up. There's a family that lives at 1757. Just make sure they're okay, then come back out, and you can clear out that call.
Here's 67 property when your status.
Okay.
I mean, from here
Now we got
to
Nick back.
from Baltimore Pike, for many miles on Baltimore Pike, there was a trooper at every single road, either blocking it or sitting on it, just to watch for either activity, and if the road was blocked, it was only open to residents.
67 property when your
So
status.
they did have a lot of, they had a pretty large presence today. But again, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes right now. My
67 plot 31, copy, still checking.
If my source went home, I would have known, and that's when I know that it's pretty much cut for the night. So he's still doing something. He's not by his phone, or he's unable to text. So until I hear back from him, then we'll know. So Matt is a resident of Waterglen, which is where the sightings were repeatedly. That's where the two homes were broken into. That's where an apparent ring camera caught the suspect walking through, and that's where police descended on last night. On last night's stream, we had Matt FaceTiming us live from his house, and he showed us the police activity. Now, let me see why they're lighting this road up. I'm missing something.
You're into 7 pop, do you want okay?
Cindy Chase, the live streamer on the right-hand side of my screen, this is Nick the Hat, and I highly recommend anyone who is on Twitter, he is not on YouTube, anyone who's on Twitter, please go over and give him a subscribe. This is somebody who puts in the work at the ground level to get just amazing feeds, and he's on his own. He's doing this out of his own pocket, and it's just awesome. He's putting in just a ton of work, doing a good job. Looks like Fox is still having trouble with their live hit. Apparently they're having some audio issues.
1755 is checked and secured.
That audio is...
Here's 6261.
61.
We're listening to the audio that Nick is playing back from the recent call. Yeah, Nick the Hat on Twitter. Good guy, really good guy. He's putting in the work.
Here's 6261. In the area of the Route 322 bypass and Phoenixville Pike. Route 322 bypass and Phoenixville Pike. There's a male walking the roadway that crossed the northbound lanes of Phoenixville Pike when the car was driving by. Time delay of 5 minutes.
Time
delay of 5 minutes. 1231, status okay. Stand Pool 31, status okay? Yeah, 67 Pop 31, okay? Yeah, 67 Pop 31, okay?
We're listening to the echo. Nick's feed is a couple seconds behind mine.
Unit 52 Paul 61. Be a Hispanic male with dark hair, gray tank top, carrying a white bag. 61. Be a Hispanic male with dark hair, gray tank top, carrying a white bag.
That's interesting.
That's a
Let's
good
replay
ID.
That.
Good ID. That was basically what we looked like.
1755 is checked and secured. I'm just going to drive up. There's a family that lives at 1757. Just make sure they're okay, then come back out, and you can clear out that call.
Gray tank top now.
Okay.
You realize it's nighttime. Okay. Headlights, the colors can look different at light, in different lights.
We secured 1753 with the owner. We're going on to the next house.
That literally, the Hispanic.
52 Paul 61. Unknown weapons, no intoxication. Callers no longer on location. Thanks to service now walking northbound on Phoenixville Pike. No further information.
Okay.
Northbound on what pike? On Wilmington Pike? Do you think he made it all the way over here? Walking northbound on Wilmington Pike? That's, I'd put that at 2 miles. 1.5 miles to 2 miles from where he was before. Could he have made it all the way over there? Going northbound on the Wilmington Pike. Headed to Westchester. You say Baltimore Pike, Route 1. The problem with Route 1 is it runs east and west, and they said northbound. And the direction we had the suspect traveling was from, he started here at the Longwood Gardens, right? And he went over here. We followed him over to the river, and now the next location is right here on the pike. So this is consistent if he kept going the same direction. Check in with Nick, see what he says.
Yeah, that's a little bit far, people are saying, so.
It is far.
And remember, anybody they see, which is good, they're calling the police just to make sure, because you never know what could pan out and what doesn't pan out. It's good to call and make a report just in case. Now, for that call, there was a 5-minute time delay, which means that the caller told the dispatcher that this happened about 5 minutes ago. But that's far, everybody's saying.
It is far. 30 minutes? I don't think it's 30 minutes. 2 miles is possible in 45 minutes.
A text by now. Let me make sure everybody's all right.
It's Route 1, dude. I live here. Okay. But Route 1 is Route 1 northbound. Kingpin?
Because he usually answers somewhat, so especially with that big of a time gap, so I'm just going to make sure everything's all right.
No, I get Brandy's Twitter alerts constantly, and she's quite active at night on Twitter. So she's talking about everything else. We do have a picture where trail cam shows that either he was shirtless or he was in a tank top. Those were two of the options.
That would be great if he rolled up on us. He'd have to come across the street, but that would be something, wouldn't it?
223 bypass northbound. I'm going to go back and listen to that as well.
Probably a good sign that I didn't hear from him because.
Let's turn this back just a little
Unit
bit.
52 Paul 61. Unknown weapons, no intoxication. Callers no longer on location.
It's the one before this.
Thanks to service now welcome. Unit 52 Paul 61. Be a Hispanic male with dark hair, gray tank top, carrying a white bag.
Stop to Paul 61.
Unit 52 Paul 61.
And before that.
Unknown weapons, no intoxication. Unit 52 Paul 61. In the area of the Route 322 bypass in Phoenixville Pike. Route 322 bypass in Phoenixville Pike. For suspicious condition. There's a male walking the roadway that crossed the northbound lanes of Phoenixville Pike when the car was driving by. Time delay of 5 minutes.
Northbound is east to west.
That is okay. Yeah, 67 Paw 31, okay? Unit 52 Paw 61. A Hispanic male with dark hair, gray tank top, carrying a white bag.
52 Paw 61, okay?
Unit 52 Paw 61. Unknown weapons, no intoxication.
We're catching up. We're going to go listen to some new chatter here that just came in.
Unit 52 Paw 61, your status.
52 Paw 61, I'll be out with them in front of 1112 Phoenixville Pike.
Copy out with the mail, 1112 Phoenixville Pike.
Okay, they're not saying Baltimore Pike, which is 1. I don't know. I can't tell what they're saying.
52 Paw 61.
Unit 52 Paw 61, okay?
Let's see. Route 322 bypass in Phoenixville Pike. Phoenixville Pike. Where's that at from our search area? Is that close by? Let's bring Nick on while we're searching.
To assure everybody that the perimeter was safe, and he got out. So I'm not going to... We were wrong, obviously. He was able to get out of that perimeter. So I'm not 100% sure. Now, I'm not sure if this is technically... I'm not from the area, but would this even be considered out of the perimeter? If he's seen in these areas right here, he's back in the original perimeter. That Parkerville Road was the original perimeter. So if he's being spotted around here, these roads have been closed for days now. Since at least Saturday, they've been closed, these roads, that Parkersville road up there. And you guys saw it live all weekend. They've been closed. So if he's in this area still, that's still part of the perimeter.
Yeah, 32 Paw 3, copy yourself.
What makes sense is I don't know why he went to Longwood and then came back to the perimeter. So, no, but Parkerville was closed. We were there yesterday. It was closed. We couldn't come down the road of either way. No, I'm not inside a car. It's because the officer turned on his
You don't want 7 Paw 41. Just confirm your
so with
status
the
is still
spotlight
okay.
on, it's kind of hard to...
And Smith 1 just sent a super sticker with
Parkersville has been
1.99.
closed for quite some time.
You don't want
Let me
7
check
Paw
if I
41,
have
okay?
screenshots, but that's been closed for some time now. No, yeah, that's different. I'm saying, though, if he is in the area of Parkersville, that's pretty close to the...
There's the old Phoenixville Pike.
perimeter.
And
We
that's
weren't
well
able
north
to
of
get
Westchester.
on
That's too
Parkerville
far.
from,
He would have had to have a ride from there.
since... Yeah, Creek Road wasn't closed. I'm talking about Parkerville over here. So if he did get out, he didn't go far from the perimeter, and it looks like he came backwards. If he was seen at Longwood Gardens, I believe that this location right here, where he's being spotted, is coming back from Longwood Gardens. Somebody that's local, can you guys chime in? If he was seen at Longwood Gardens and he's being seen on this...
That's where some siding was,
926,
at
is that him
Brandywine
coming
Creek.
back toward the perimeter? Or is that him getting away from the perimeter?
322 is slightly left and north of Westchester on the map.
See, okay, and
Westchester's
anybody local,
right here.
chime in.
There's 322.
From where he was spotted yesterday
And Phoenixville
at Water
Pike,
Glen,
right here. So that's
and
the
then
bottom of
going to
Westchester.
Longwood Gardens, and then him being spotted in the area we mentioned earlier, would that be him making a U-turn, coming back to the perimeter?
Yeah, that's 2 to 3
so that's
miles.
what's weird. This guy is... It's either he's lost or he's... So we're getting conflicting... At the end of the day, if he was trying to leave the perimeter, he didn't make a straight dash out of it. He's still circling it somehow.
5261. Curtis, transport. 1 mile over.
Yeah, so that's...
mile
and it makes sense because...
1404 Phoenix.
Let me see if I can pull up
Yeah, 5261, okay.
A map. You. All right, let me put it. So I got Matt called back, so he can answer the question about the perimeter and Longwood Gardens in relation to where he was spotted again. Here, Matt, you're on.
I can give you definitive reason as to why he went back.
No, so can you answer? Would this be considered coming back? So him going to Longwood and then being seen here, is that him coming back toward the perimeter?
Are you talking about today or last night?
So I'm talking about today when he was seen at Longwood, and then the sighting tonight at I don't have it off the top of my head. Let me give
Creek Road?
Yeah, is that coming back toward the perimeter?
No, Creek Road is heading east. So what it looks like happening
Creek Road between 926 and Meeting House.
Yes, that is east. That is east of the river.
So how about Longwood Gardens?
That's all west. That is west of you right now.
And that's also south.
So right now, he initially moved from Water Glen down to where you spot on the camera is south. If you run along 52, that goes south. It crosses 926 at the bridge there. From there, he went further south, looks like, got towards Route 1 and saw that Route 1 area, that's all very wide open. He's been avoiding any of that. He went back. He followed along the woods along 926 area, was going through Kendall, where he was spotted at some point, and kept going east when the whole thing started today.
That was down here.
Road.
Chandler.
It was them they were pushing him further east.
They pushed
towards,
Brighton's Bridge.
Pecossin Road and the Brandywine River. East of the Brandywine River,
which
is further east of you, is where Creek Road is.
There's Creek Road.
And that's also where I was at earlier with when I first got there. So all of that is further east of you. So right now he's heading east. I don't know if they've pushed him back because I don't think there's been any latest upstuff.
So if he headed east,
recent sightings of
the
him,
distance
besides
from
that one at Creek Road, but that's all east of you.
Okay,
Get yourself another two hands raised in celebration, eyes face with spiral eyes and wavy mouth, face rolling on the floor laughing.
All right, thank you.
Okay, the distance from the Longwood Gardens. Let me tell you this. Hang on just one second. First of all, I think I missed a super chat, and I do apologize. Just one second. The distance from this morning, Ann Smith, thank you very much for the super chat for the one-up. Very generous. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And also, we had one come in just now from Future. Get yourself another dew. That's the last dew. The fridge is empty. But Phoenixville Pike is too far. Here's what I want to address. The distance from where they saw him this last night to where we saw him by the creek today is almost the same as the distance from the creek to where they just saw him now. Now realize he's not moving during the daytime. He moves during night. He might be able to move pretty quick. I mean, how many hours have we been here? We've been here for, let's see, for 13 and a half hours roughly. Crap, I just closed down my live stream. Well, not the live one, but I closed down the window that was monitoring it. I sort of need that one, guys. Hang on, I'll bring it back up. So, to me, yes, it's far, and it means that he's escaped another boundary, but it doesn't seem too far. I think Nick could just sell audio recordings of just the trees and the birds and the crickets. This is good stuff. I would listen. Tammy, he might not be caught tonight. He wouldn't be able to charge it in the woods. He's also probably going in water quite a bit. I'm not sure what phones can survive that as much as he's doing it. Or his life is indistinguishable from a 13-year-old gamer. There are some similarities. I'm saying that I'll concede that.
3247 traffic. Unit 3257, proceed.
Terry, we have not heard any reports of him breaking into homes.
550 Pottstown Pike with a dark colored pickup truck. No registration displayed. Yeah, 3257, okay.
Okay, that's just a pickup truck. Just a traffic stop. He hasn't broken into any homes yet, but he's broken into them traditionally at night. This is when he's active. So this is his morning. So if it's going to happen overnight. We'll probably hear about it during the night or first thing in the morning.
016 small 30.
Pentaflate, they've been using those thermal and infrared as well. It just doesn't work if he's in the trees.
52 pulses on proceed priority.
It's a fairly easy to jog at 10 miles an hour. Yeah, you're talking 3 miles maybe. 3 miles is definitely possible in 6 hours.
016 small 30 in the area of Black Horse Hill Road, Graham Avenue, Black Horse Hill Road, Graham Avenue. For a traffic complaint, the third-party caller received a call from her husband advising that there was a pipe sticking up out of the roadway. Previous construction was done there earlier today.
Sorry, guys.
Caller had no further information.
For
the pipe sticking up out of the roadway. I'm guessing the construction's failed. They did not finish.
Three two four seven okay. 3247 okay. 5246 proceed.
The police don't want a bunch of people moving in there.
39 units when someone's available. I'm going to be holding a suspicious condition in the area of 600 Embryville Road for you.
600 and Brazil Road.
Copy. You can hold for now. Thanks.
They said hold. That must not in the area then.
5261 proceed.
Five 1261, you can discard.
Copy. Unit 2944, okay.
Yeah, I can't see any 600 Brazil, anything in PA that's anywhere close to this.
Alright guys, so here's a map of the area, and it is a little bit more detailed. So
I'm good.
What we have. So
Kingpin, I appreciate this.
The green on the bottom left, that's Longwood Gardens. Let me stop this the comments for a second so I can. So the bottom left, right here, try to point but it's dark. That's Longwood, okay? Water Glen is the purple, which is up here. So yesterday he was spotted here. Today he was spotted this morning at Longwood, which is right here. And then the confirmed sighting is back over here. So he's going in circles, kind of, as you can see. He's not going in a set direction. So either he's terrible with navigating through the woods, or
he might be terrible.
Turn it this way, if you guys can see a little better.
The Embryville Road
Water Glen
address
is the purple. The green is Longwood. And the confirmed sighting, the sightings today at least are in the red, and the confirmed sighting is all the way at the top right. So he's making a weird round. He starts here, he goes here, he comes back to here, and then he's confirmed here. So he's kind of making some weird rounds.
The Embryville Road address, if that's what they said,
Road to
is back west of the Longwood
Gardens,
Farms.
As far as walking,
so I don't think
it's a 39-minute walk.
Thank you, Amanda, for the super chat.
Lenape Road to Longwood Gardens. It's a 39-minute walk. So if he's running or going, and that's if you're walking on Main Road, so he's obviously cutting through the forest.
You can't make that speed in the forest. There's no way.
It looks like he's lost. I mean, the way he's moving, it's bizarre. It's a very if that's a strategy of his, I guess we'll find out if he manages to slip.
We're in PA,
but it looks
Pennsylvania.
Like he's going in circles. The officer, that's another officer. He had his lights on to come around the corner, then he turned them off as he approached us. He's lost the way he's going back, and if he's following the creeks though, why is he circling back in a weird? He could have made it to Delaware by now if he was, so what, did the creek stop and then he stopped and followed it back? Where is he? What is his plan? If he's going from Water Glen and then he's going to Longwood Gardens and then he's coming to, I'll show you again just so you understand. It's a weird route for an escapee who should be, obviously he doesn't know the area. It's a very weird route that he's taking.
It's a very nice tripod he's got
there. Show you
there.
one more time.
I'm only a little bit jealous.
So he starts at Water Glen, which is purple. He goes to Longwood Gardens, which is green on the bottom left. And then he comes right back up to the top right of your screen. And those are the sightings from today. The one that's confirmed says confirmed, and that was a confirmed sighting. And after my source told me that was a confirmed sighting, I haven't heard from him now for several hours. We're going on 2 hours. And there's a helicopter or a plane. I'm not sure. If you guys have flight radar, you can check. But he's either lost or it's some weird plan. And if he's following the creek, I don't think the creek is going to, let's check right now, the creeks, if they're going to lead back to the area from Longwood. So let's go to Longwood Gardens.
5-2 units, just out of. Unit 39, Paul 5, copy you're en route to suspicious condition in area 600, Embryville Road. Colors all Hispanic male, unknown age, facial hair and a ponytail, wearing a gray sweatshirt, white pants.
And as you guys can see here, a lot of these creeks, they start and they finish.
Had a flashlight. He got into the woods and our caller turned the vehicle around to double check.
This is from here. Let me put from.
Subject was last seen headed northbound on Embryville going towards Hazelwood. Caller continued on. Here for further information.
Okay, we're going to listen to this one again.
5-2 units, just out of.
Paul 5, copy.
5-2 Sanford, we're okay. Speaking with an app.
Unit 5-2 Sanford, is that okay?
1-6 Paul 30, I'll be clear.
Hang on one second.
Unit 1-6 Paul 30, okay?
5-2 Sanford, we're okay.
I think we are going to cover this tomorrow, Steph, if we haven't caught him.
Unit 5-2 Sanford, is that okay?
1-6 Paul 30, I'll be clear.
Hang on, we need to find
Paul
that
5,
dispatch.
copy.
5-2 Sanford, we're okay.
Here we go.
Unit 39, Paul 5, copy you're en route to suspicious condition in area 600, Embryville Road. Colors all Hispanic male, unknown age, facial hair and a ponytail, wearing a gray sweatshirt, white pants, possibly tie-dye in color, and a black backpack, had a flashlight. He ducked into the woods and our caller turned the vehicle around to double check. Subject was last seen headed northbound on Embryville going towards Hazelwood. Caller continued on. Here for further information. 5-2
so
units, just out of.
Embryville.
5-2 Sanford, we're okay. Speaking with an app.
Unit 5-2 Sanford, is that okay?
1-6 Paul 30, I'll be clear.
Unit 1-6 Paul 30, okay? Unit 6-7 Block 51, copy your stop, 1400 block Westminster Pike.
Okay, Grace.
Unit 6-7 Block 51, okay?
Embryville Road is right here. So this is way back. I don't think this is him. Just don't think this is him. The tie-dye, yes, he could have changed shirts.
Well, they're going with, or is that something just happened? Or no, are they switching?
Yeah, I think they switched. That was a shift change, I think.
Maybe they're switching. But the creek, I'm following it here just to see if it's any value.
It would be doubling back and headed back towards the prison, actually going a little bit west of that.
So this is actually kind of interesting. So this is what I mean about the storm, or the those. I don't want to get the name of it wrong again. The culvert. So here is a creek that goes from Lenape Road. So I'm going to show you guys. Let me turn off the comments for a second so I can see. So this is where we were last night, and he was spotted somewhere around here. As you can see, there's a creek. And on our first stream, we did say we heard something suspicious in the water, and it wasn't just us. The trooper heard something, and he lit it up. It sounded like what could have been either a deer walking in the water or a person, and we were alive when it happened, so a lot of you guys that are watching now that were watching then can remember. So this is Lenape Road, and there's a creek, a little body of water that goes... Now, this is where it's going to get interesting. So say he is following this, okay? As you go towards the creek, and look at the route to walk, it's the same. So you're going, but you have to eventually either cross through... Let me zoom out so I can show you. That's a command center. I don't know if it's still active or not, but there was law enforcement presence there. That's the command center that they used to have. So if he takes the wrong part of the creek, which actually explains how he got to the Carco command center, actually. If this is a theory, but that creek leads to that gas station, which is interesting. That creek goes straight to the gas station, and instead of going that way, he had returned back towards Water Glen. So let's go this way now. Maybe he decided he knows that that's a main road, so he could have went and this way, taking this creek up until it ends. And it ends at a community, okay? So he could have cut through this community at that point, and there's Longwood Gardens. But what doesn't make sense is, let's see if there's another creek that would lead back to the area.
Okay, so as he's trying to figure out on the map where they could have gone. First of all, Kaylin, thank you. Nick is doing an amazing job, and I'd recommend, he is not on YouTube. He's given everyone permission to use his stream. He is on Twitter. So if you're on Twitter, I'd love that if you went and found Nick the Hat.
2971, copy your stop, 1700 block, Horseshoe Pike. Are you secure?
This is a welfare check.
Yeah, when I'm looking through it.
Okay, so they're checking on the officer to make sure they're okay. So
2971, okay.
Nick is on Twitter. We'd love it if you go over there and find Nick the Hat, NIKTHEHAT, Nick the Hat, and give him a follow and tell him thank you over there. We sure appreciate him over here as well. His last name, Ned, don't make me try to say his last name. It starts with Hat, H-A-T. That's all you need to know. Nick the Hat will find it there. Ivan, thank you for the super chat as well as Kaylin. Thank you for the super chat. Please stay safe, Kaylin. This is scary being up there in the area. This is, he's within your range, really. 6 miles is not a huge distance in a day. So please stay safe. Okay. Looks like the Fox guys are following a new lead. See, Ricky Watson is in the house. I've got guns stashed everywhere. Bring it, he says. There's enough natural springs in PA where he's not going to dehydrate. Yeah, he's plenty of chances for water. Plus the houses, he can get water from just about anywhere. The Fox News truck is moving to find a new location. We'll keep an eye on them and see where they go. They do have night vision available, in that, or at least infrared available from their vehicle as well. Lawrence says, I wonder why they aren't using the night sun from the helicopter.
I wonder why they aren't using the night sun helicopter.
The night sun's great for lighting up cars in a city. If you've got tree canopy cover, it really just casts shadows on the ground.
I'm out at 600 Emeryville checking the property.
This is why we need domestic defense contractors. You've been arguing that for a while, Ivan.
Defense contractors docs.
Heather, you're a little behind, but yes, I do get jealous when I see a really cool tripod.
Copy out of 600 Embryville Road, checking the property. Unit 39, Paul 5, your status.
Paul 5. Okay. Patrolling the area around Hazelwood.
Unit 39, Paul 5, okay.
I love the John Thomas jokes.
Copy your scrap, 700 block from Pakistan Pike.
3975.
Unit 3975.
Send Paul 5 to 600 Emeryville. We have an open basement door.
Unit 3975, copy open basement door. Paul 5, do you copy direct?
How cool is that?
5 units, when someone's available, I'll be holding an overdose. Haley Pike and Fur Avenue. For maleness, if you drank too much, looks like
He just switched to the under camera view.
Longer on location.
Paul 5, on my way.
45, I copy.
Okay.
Also, if you can have an 01 unit.
He is still on the run. Yes, the police have not found him yet.
Unit 16, Paul 91.
91.
Unit 16, Paul 91, 201 East Chestnut Street, apartment number 4. EMS being dispatched out for back pain.
3 calling, southwest.
Copy.
That's a back pain call. That's not our guy. That was not Matt. That is actually the Fox crew that's driving around there in a big, huge station satellite truck. It's like a bus. They're driving a huge bus. And, sorry, my mic was turned down for some reason. Tell me where he is. My friend in Bel Air, Maryland is worried. Dodie, we don't know exactly where he is. If I did, I would tell you second. First, I would call the PD up there. I'd call the sheriff's office and say, "Hey, about that reward, there is a $10,000 to $15,000 reward right now for the information that leads to the arrest of this dude. So, if you know, call the police and then call your friends."
45. I'll send the flight over for you.
Still in PA, still within less than 10 miles from the facility he escaped from. There's a chance he could be going towards Maryland. He could also, there's a chance he could also be headed north. Let's see what Nick's got for messages.
I got a text from a source that I didn't change the name to. So I started texting and I said, captured, or is that a rumor? I said, is he in custody? Is he in custody? Confirmed sighting. Nothing apparently. So then I said confirmed sighting. He says that.
We'll be checking that basement.
Captured? No.
Unit 3975.
What was the last confirmed sighting? So originally he said sighting at 7:22, and then I said, was it that a confirmed sighting? What is the last confirmed sighting? And at 8:31 I got that. Still the same. You good? In woods. Not a clue. You working? Yeah. So no. This confirmation is from today at 7:22 p.m. that he was there. So they're in the woods and they're actively looking. So this is very active, but we don't hear it, and that's the same as last night. We didn't hear much from where we were, but then when we FaceTimed Matt, you saw them gearing up, cocking their guns, getting ready, and sweeping. And it was a very quiet mission. These guys are trained to be very, very quiet.
Unit 21, call 1.
The last positive confirmed sighting, and a 100% confirmed sighting, was Creek Road between 926 and Meeting House. Creek Road between 926 and Meeting House. That's a confirmed sighting.
So what Nick's talking about is right over here.
And then I sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 texts.
Number 90, 90,
I said, are you good? In woods. Got it. Stay safe.
Track them to this location.
And he didn't answer about where in the woods. And I said, geez, you're still working? He said, yeah. So they're obviously maybe on a little break.
Let Nick finish, and we're going to play that audio again.
Actively searching for this guy.
Clear.
Okay, we're going to listen to that last call one more time.
Copy. Unit 21, call 1. Copy of the suspicious condition. Number 90, 90, Bertolette School Road. Car's AirPods were stolen earlier. Currently track them to this location.
Okay, this is not it. Somebody stole the dude's AirPods. And he's like, it's suspicious because I tracked my AirPods to this location.
8:40.
The suspect's not stealing AirPods
and that's when it was about an hour after. So these guys come after CERT because CERT is onto a trail. They have a tail on the guy, and then another team, a tactical team, arrives to assist when they have an actual trail. They're not going to waste federal resources to just show up for nothing. So what happened is at 8:40 last night, I said,
Unit 2141, residence is fugitive and cars outside of the gate. Car goes to Central University and lost from around 1800 to 1900 hours today.
See your previous question. What about all the legit tips? Are the cops let him slip by? Their tips were good. Do they deserve partial reward? I don't know. I think they'll probably split it. Or usually they have trouble paying out.
And it was all nothing new, and not looking good. So they pushed, no one found. And he said that at 12:17 a.m., which is, I'm assuming that's when they pulled out of the push.
Laura, not yet.
So, again, today at 6 o'clock at night, I send him a screenshot that somebody sent me on Twitter saying that 606 Willow Glen, tracking footprints with dogs. And at that point, the command center had nothing of value. They had nothing of value. So he had said then at 6:23, there's an apparent sighting in Chandler's Run. So, and there's two troopers here now, as you can see. From there, I said, is it a confirmed sighting, ? Is he in custody? No, meaning he's not in custody. Sighting Creek Road between 926 and Meeting House. I said captured three times in three different texts because I was seeing rumors. He said no. I said, are you getting close? Anything? No. Was that a confirmed sighting? What was the last sighting? The confirmed sighting.
So you guys can
Creek
see
Road between 926 and Meeting House. Then I told them where we are. I said, still same. Anything about toward the prison? You guys onto him or unsure, 50-50. Think it's a better chance than last night. And then I say, because he hadn't responded, and it was quite some time, I said, was that sighting Creek Road physical or camera? I know you're probably busy. Are you good? That's another message I sent an hour after I said, I know you're probably busy. I said, are you good? He responds at 10:43 in Woods. I said, stay safe. Any idea? Can you give me any information? And he basically said no about where they are. And I said, Jesus, you're still working? And he said, yeah. So they are in there and they're active. And it's
thank you.
Very short answers, 2-word answers.
47 cables make this magic happen.
So essentially they're still there and it's a very active scene. And then last night you guys saw how quiet it was. And next thing you know, you see the footage from Matt's house, which we showed you, and that footage was
turn down
them
Matt
cocking their
just a little bit
guns,
here.
getting ready. It was a very quiet operation.
As he's explaining what's happened over the past couple of days, we learned from Amber Clipson's Vixen, who's been in chat here, that this is not the first time this defendant has escaped from PA. When he first committed this murder, he escaped police custody or escaped capture and made it all the way down to Virginia, was captured by Virginia police, and then extradited back up.
Yeah, 1691.
So this is the second time. The view we're looking at here, it looks like the gas station view we have at $3.95 a gallon. That's Fox News is looking for a good spot there to look into the perimeter there. On the right, we have Nick the Hat, who is a live streamer just outside the perimeter on Picasso Road.
North 3rd Avenue, apartment number 4. For noise complaint, neighbors are making too much noise, stomping all over the place. Caller is calling from apartment number 3 and is not requesting police contact.
Okay. They just outed the caller. Didn't want police contact, but here's the apartment they're in. Anyway, $3.95 a gallon. Hey, I don't mean to rub it in, but I was paying $3.42 this week, which was pretty good here in North Carolina. Let's see. I'd hate to be Nick's ex. Let's see. So why would he come back to the perimeter? It doesn't make any sense. Carol, it doesn't really, and we're really not sure if this is right. I mean, we're looking at this map, and And I wish I could draw on this.
Unit 15, Sam 91.
Okay, let me get it right here. I'm going to take a screenshot really quickly, and I'm going to try to edit this. Ready? Can you guys see this? Is it on the screen? All right. Please let me draw on this. Mark up with a pen in red. Okay. So right here at the top, this is where he broke out of jail.
Well-being check. 37-year-old male.
He works his way down through here, and is found down here at the gardens.
That this is going to be the last night you are going to see me. Male is home alone.
Then he comes over here. He's seen again right here.
RP's waiting in a gold BMW.
And then we search for him over here as well.
After that, is showing him in front of number 80.
And we don't know where he went from there, but that's basically he was spotted in some other places on some cameras through here, different houses, break-ins. So this is the route he followed down.
Copy your south 1300 block, Horseshoe Pike.
That's roughly where it is, but he zigzagged down almost to Highway 1 and then turned up. And if he is actually on the Pike headed northbound, like we've heard, that's a possibility. But save that to photos for all posterity. All right, where are we at? Cachette just gifted 10 memberships. Cachette's one of our great mods, and she does a fantastic job editing short videos for us. She's also...
There's 3 guns in the residence, 1 handgun, 1 shotgun, and the third is going to be an unknown type. They're going to be in the main bedroom and the attic.
That's not our call, but they do have firearms involved on a different call. Cachette also happens to be a social media whiz. So if you're looking for someone to help you with your social media platform and can pay the big dollars it takes to get that help, maybe Cachette might be your girl. All right, Hughes. Let's see Hughes. Ayeva. I can't even say this. It is so late. Ayevamos. Alyssa. Paige Matthews, Tanya W., Misconstrue, Jonathan Sossaman, Corina Elizondo.
Caller Sarah, the wife.
Ned Smith.
Male is not intoxicated. The domestic was physical. Male is not aware that help has been called.
Okay. Katie Martin, all gifted memberships by Cachette. Thank you very much. News station set up to go live at 11 p.m. Maybe they'll do a story about the price of gas because I don't know. They've got a good backdrop there with the police and the lights and some motion with cars going by. That's a good backdrop. Dean Sparks, Baby Justice and RA sub, both 4 months old. That's awesome, Dean. Thank you. You've been a blast to have here on the channel. I appreciate your support.
Yeah, 2944, okay.
They may have pushed him back towards the perimeter. It's possible. It's possible they got to the perimeter, but he escaped their first perimeter when he went down to here to this. I need to jump back. When he went down here to the gardens, he escaped their perimeter then, and then they moved over here, and he escaped over this way, and he's escaped their perimeter at least 2 times, two times over the last 2 days. Still on the loose. And it's looking like it's going to be another night without a capture. That's honestly what it looks like. So we expect most likely another press conference tomorrow morning, which we'll try to follow live if I get any sleep. But Channel 10 goes live at 11 p.m. That's probably going to be their last live hit for the night. I'm getting texts, but I don't know where. I think it's right here.
15 units. Wife is currently at Phoenix ER. Male is home alone. No wants no warrants. I attached everything for him.
That's cool news, CG. Thank you.
What kind of vehicle he drives?
Got the text.
You know, 1591, that's negative. Would you like me to call the wife back?
Yes, please.
Copy.
Future, let me just tell you, I don't know what it is, but I can fall asleep in about 30 seconds. I normally don't. I usually check my email and then put down my phone and I'm out. If I'm up for 2 minutes, 2 minutes is probably average, but I can just fall asleep anytime And I've never had, I mean, very seldom have I had trouble sleeping. Maybe that's a sign that I need to get more sleep. Lori Smith, thank you very much. Welcome. We follow true crime, and this is a true crime case that took a spin. Instead of the defendant going to prison, he's out on the run, and so we're following him as well, doing what we can. We expect tomorrow, when we start, if we're following this tomorrow, if he's not caught overnight, first of all, this flight radar screen is going to light up. We're going to have lots of circles. We're going to have lots of patterns traced on the ground as the helicopters are searching. The news cameras will be there on and off all day as they're trying to catch the action as well. We'll see a lot more activity that way. We expect a news conference in the morning, like we had this morning, where we found out a little bit about last night about some trail cameras. There could be another news story about trail cameras that might have picked up his crossing. So we'll look for that. But yes, the news is getting ready. We can show you what they're doing right now. That's them getting ready for the live hit. They're getting the gas out of the picture, so they don't want to show they're sitting at the gas station. But man, he's standing right next to the road. It makes me nervous when a news cameraman stands next to the road, because they're standing facing bright lights. Okay, they've got a very bright light on this dude, and you've got traffic going by, and people see the light and they look over at it and they swerve towards the light, even without thinking about it. They look and their arms turn, and people get hit. It makes me nervous. Thank you, Air Rescue Dogs. RA is the best in the mods, as is the mods in the chat. This is a fun community. We have a lot of fun. It's very laid back and it's very kind. I'd say we don't all have the same opinion, but we disagree respectfully. Let me hear what that last call was. I just talked to you.
Okay.
You know, 15CM91. I have no answer for the white cell times 2.
Okay, that's
okay.
That's the case with the guy who's threatening to end it all, who has firearms in his home. Perhaps he's heading back to the prison. He had second thoughts about escaping. He's going to break back in. It would be scary to be up there. Super scary. I would not want to be there for sure. For those of you that are there, stay safe. Why does it sound like he's in a helicopter, but he's not? It could be driving, road noise, car noise. Yeah, there's no helicopter up there in the region. Just look at the map. There's nothing at all. They have had a fixed wing, an airplane that's been flying around about 5,500 feet. Let me check the feet again. I'm not seeing it now. I don't see a plane there. But they did have a plane. Planes can stay up in the air a little bit longer than helicopters can. Lauren says, I just told my husband tonight that I follow your channel because you're simply a kind person. Thank you, Lauren. I appreciate that. Thanks for being kind as well. Maybe circling because he's planning someone to pick him up when he escapes and the person is still in the area.
1-5 units, your status.
Danilo's probably like, I can't believe I really pulled this off. He's like, did you see that jump down from the wall? And I didn't break my legs, and now I'm on the run, and they still haven't caught me. Still have not caught him.
That's okay. I have an ajar door and a dog inside. No one responded.
You know, 1-5-7-91, copy, ajar door. Dog inside, no one responding. Would you like a second status?
Take a second.
Negative right now. I'm not going in.
Okay, so the officer just, that code word that we just heard from the officer is he's at this property. I don't know the address, but he checked the outside of the property. One of the doors is open a little bit, and no one's responding at the door. The dispatch asked him, do you want a second, meaning do you want another officer to back you up? He's like, no, I'm not going in right now. So he's just by himself there. I would say in this situation, if you're anywhere near the manhunt, I would ask for a second. Have another pair of eyes and another firearm to defend yourself. The live hit is about to start on Fox. They're set up for it right here. The flashing lights are a good backdrop. Ralph Copley, welcome to the gallery. Thank you for being a new member. Appreciate it. We help yourself to the emojis. We've got a few of those. We've got some other perks as well. Front row seats in court. You can't beat that. Let's see. Mrs. R.A. Oh, is Mrs. R.A. there? Of the police close the doors. Hey, honey, how you doing? I think you're upstairs, probably in bed right now, asking where I am and why I'm still alive. But let's see. That's my wife, by the way, for those that don't know. Taylor, we haven't missed any action. We're still listening in on the police scanners just to see if something cool happens. Let me save this view, actually. Hang on one second. What should we call this? PA? Nah. I don't know what I just named it, but it was not what I wanted.
I can make this silly robot say anything.
You sure can. That's one of the benefits of this. It is my wife. That's her account. Yep. Let's see what Nick's doing. It's still quiet there. Nurse for God. I don't know how many super chats you sent today, but every single one of them has been above and beyond generous. Thank you so much. You're amazing.
We're going to stay live until we're finished packing, but we're going to another spot.
Whose birthday is it?
Kyle, my man.
Fox is on now. Lauren Farmer, thank you, Mrs. R.A., for letting us borrow your hubby. Cash baby. Thank you, Lauren. I think we're pretty much winding down for the night. I don't know how late the law enforcement's going to go with the search, unless they get some sort of lead that can put them in the area, like right on top of him. I think they're pretty much they've run out of leads. Phone calls coming from inside the house.
Unit 32, call 7.
Hmm.
32, call 7.
Quirky, welcome. Good to have you here. We've got a lot of new people here today. Welcome. Please come in. Take a seat.
Nurse for God is emasculating me, face rolling on the floor, laughing, flex bicep with light skin tone, hands with light skin tone pressed together.
24, Heron Hill Drive, fire scene, dispatch out for Carla.
Ivan, Mr.
Okay.
Wisconsin. They're in the house.
Unit 2 on call 1, your status.
I'll be okay for now.
Unit 2 on call 1, copy, okay for now.
It's a movie reference. Okay.
Unit 75, call 4.
I missed it. I missed the movie reference. I probably haven't seen it. The call's coming from inside the house. What was the movie? The cops will stay there all night, I think. They'll keep the perimeter, but they're probably going to stop the search. I mean, they're not going to be pushing through the
All right,
forest.
guys, so we're going to end this for about, we'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Please
If
come
there's
your way
any
now.
update, I'm going to tweet right away and I'll go live
No
from the
worries.
car if
Thank
there's
you.
anything, but we're going to be there in about 5 minutes, okay?
Okay, so
we're going to a better location.
Nick's on the move, and he's just ended his live stream, so we're on the map
This,
here.
okay? All right, guys, I'll see you in a little bit.
We're going to see Nick in just a little bit. So everyone's on the move trying to find where this is at.
I don't want to stay live because I'm not going to name, if I get asked where I'm going, I don't want to say the name on a live stream. I'm not going to out the residents or anything.
Yeah.
So
Nick
we're
has
gonna come back.
Nick has a connection where a resident has
let you
asked,
know.
has said you
We're
can come
only,
set up at my property.
like 5 minutes or so from the location, so it's not going to be long. All right? We'll see you guys soon. Thank you.
5 months. Thank you very much. Appreciate your support. Nick is off for a little bit. We have the scanner traffic still going. I told you I would share the scanner traffic feed with you, and I'll do that because this is, first of all, this little system is amazing.
Call 2, MDC check for Clemson.
Let's see it right here. I'm using Open Megahertz, which is a website to listen to this.
65 calls me. Clear 10, send it to me,
And
please.
this has my filters on it as well, so the
okay.
link is really long.
Get Chuck Norris up there to sneeze once.
That's all we need. That would fix it. Okay. Well, the link is not going to work. Let's see. Let me shorten it down.
3 cop.
Okay, here's the link that will get you to at least to the page, right? This is the Open Megahertz page that lists the trunked radio system that we're listening to now. If you click that link, that will just give you the feed from the event. So some of the traffic, people moving to different road locations and closing off stuff, the traffic stuff. It's not going to give you the tactical channel because that is encrypted and nobody has that. The tactical is not available, but you can get a lot of information from this channel here. If you go to the filters and you add central group, central dispatch, west group, and west dispatch as well, you'll get a little bit more traffic as well as the calls that come in from the public when they say, hey, something suspicious happened here. You'll get those as well, and that will give you a big head start. Let's see, Fox is on the move. They're sort of going around the perimeter, looking for things to see. And Nick is on the move as well. His live stream is down for right now. We'll be back with him in just a little bit. It was awesome of him to keep the live stream up as long as he did. Let's see, I just missed let's see, Joe Lamont, got Chuck Norris up there. That'll work. Julie Martin, love this channel. Thank you very much, Julie. Good to have you here. Appreciate you staying up late with us here tonight. Chuck Norris never sleeps, he waits. See, the Chuck Norris jokes are the opposite of the John Thomas jokes.
Should be okay for now. You can just let me okay during, so I'm going to try to make contact with the residents.
Unit 2 on phone, okay. Just advise if anything's needed.
Okay, how do we do it once the page says patch, patch, patch? Let me see if I can show you this really quickly. Okay, let's go over right here. Okay, make this full screen and take camera 3. Okay, so this is a little hard to see, but on this page I've zoomed in a little bit. Okay, and it says patch, patch, patch. What I've done is I've clicked on the filter button, and I've added, other than patch, first of all, you have patch 65149. That's the patch group. That's the radio group for this event. Then I've added Central Police, West Police, Central Group, West Group. I've added the ERT Technical Team. I haven't seen anything on that channel. And I added the Major Incident Response Team. I haven't seen anything on that channel yet either. So they're not being used for this, but I added them just in case. But then you save, you say done.
Number 5, Ivy Rock Lane. Number 5, Ivy Rock Lane.
And down at the very bottom under my picture.
Leaves over an hour ago. Nothing was seen. Caller wants to know if someone can set up cameras in the woods behind her house.
Caller wants to know if someone can set up cameras in the woods behind her house. Yes, you can go to Cabela's and buy your own cameras and set up cameras in the woods. The police are not going to come set up cameras if you heard rustling in the woods. This autoplay button will just keep playing. You can go back and play back any audio. Any audio you've got, and there will be a star by anything that's new. You can see where it comes from. So there's another call we're about to play.
3247, okay.
So let's go back and play this one.
Call 4, number 5, Ivy Rock Lane. Number 5, Ivy Rock Lane. For a phone assignment, caller heard rustling in the leaves over an hour ago. Nothing was seen. Caller wants to know if someone can set up cameras in the woods behind her house. Number 3247.
And that will just play all the way up to the latest.
Alarm company's on advising their key holders on location. They called in, stating it's steam from the shower. 3247.
Steam from the shower. The house is on fire. It's steam from the shower. Somebody's taking a hot shower, and somebody called the cops on them because of the steam. All right. Anyway, so that's how this works. Let me go back to our map and get back on screen. Are there any free cameras available? Yes. Can somebody come set up cameras behind my house? If I say please, will they set up cameras? No. But if you do have cameras, the police might ask to take them. Over an hour ago. Apparently she called an hour ago, and now she wants some action because nobody's done anything, and she at least set up cameras. If only the police had spare personnel and equipment that they could just set up cameras everywhere they heard a rustle in the woods. Okay, we're going to keep an eye out. Nick should be coming live here in just a minute, getting to this new location. Crazy man broke into my neighbor's house and is taking a shower. That's the complaint. Everyone's on edge. I mean, you can't blame them. Everybody is sitting there thinking, oh, great, he might be here in my neighborhood, right? So everything I see that might normally I would be like, oh, that's cool. You know, nothing's going on. Oh, that's weird. That's different. It's like, it's him, right? You know, the newspaper is missing. Somebody must have stolen it. Must have been the fugitive. You know, he took my newspaper to read up on what the police are doing. AJ, yes, I'm barely up. My eyes are getting a little blurry. We might have to call it quits very soon. It's coming close to 11:30, 11:15 right now. Good to have you here, AJ. Appreciate you. 8 months. Look at that. 8 months. One of the OGs when it comes to membership support. Thank you very much. Let's see. Keep an eye on this. I'm trying to get Nick's feed as soon as it goes live again. It's not coming up yet. That sound you hear is me refreshing my search. Let's see, do I have to go to radio systems and PA section, or how do I put in those subgroups? I just called the burner because I didn't want to bother everyone with this. Jessica, sorry, I think I'm on Do Not Disturb, so it doesn't, because it will put your phone number on the screen if you call the burner right now. Sorry, I don't know how to get around that, so all I can do is turn it off. Link froze. Can it be reposted? Yes, I'll repost that here in just 1 second. The link we're talking about in the subgroups, let me back up just a little bit. Okay, this link is the bare minimum.
Can you see if you get a photo listing for 90 Bertolitz Ford?
Why are we getting?
Okay, 214, okay.
Oh, I put it over here. I'm looking for my window. I can't see it. So what? Let me show you again what we get. How we do this. Let's switch over to camera 3. If you use that link and you go here to this page, right? Let me turn this off so you can see. It might have just a list of. It's probably going to say 65149 patch instead on this top name. You can replay any of these calls. Each one of these are like different radio transmissions. And each one of them, I think this is how many seconds long it is. So you can see a longer one here might be a longer call. And a short one would just be like...
214, okay.
That's all we get. But then if you go to the very top right up here where it says filter, very top left-hand corner, you can click on this and you can add more groups. So you can just click in here and you can scroll through all the different police groups that use this frequency and say, I would like to add these guys right here. Who is this? This is the rescue task force. I want to add them, or the fire task force. Probably none of these have any activity on them tonight. Oh, ICS. Let's see, what's ICS? ICS Command, Incident Command Center. Let's add them and see if anything's happening there. So we're going to add those guys, and then we'll say done. Now, as the chat comes in, or as the group, the radio communication comes in, it will say the talk group. So if ICS Command has something happening, it will say ICS Command, and it just populates on the top. Now you feel like a true spy, Jessica. We're giving away all the secrets here for real. Okay, let's check with Nick. It's not up yet. It's going to take him a bit to get set up. Ted, we are live still. Trying to get everyone set up with being able to watch this all night long. Broadcasting uses it as well, but this tool really lets you divide up the groups. And instead of just hearing everything, it lets you filter things down. It's the best tool I've seen for this. And the only other way you can do this any better is if you actually have a police scanner that does trunk tracking. That's what they call it, trunk tracking, and you program it yourself for the different frequencies. And that's generally, you have to be in the range of the signal, which means you need to have a really good antenna, and you need you need a little bit of gear. Cracking the police radio encryption. I would love that. In a heartbeat, I would love that. I don't know if I don't think it's illegal, because it's a radio wave. You're just decoding something that's going out in the radio waves. I have a problem with radio encryption. I don't like the police to have secrets. I'm a big open person. And at the same time, I support the police. So it's,
for the homeowner's request, we're going to go do a property check at 5 Ivy Rock Lane.
Yes, it's 5 Coffee, okay?
5 Ivy Rock Lane. Let's see where that is. Just 1 second. That's in Westchester. Quick view. That's in the area. Let me show you where this is at. 5 Ivy Rock Lane. Let's see where we're at. It's just south of 926, which should be right here. I think Ivy Rock Lane's in this subdivision. By 202.
Unit 2 on call 1. I'll put the location on Chess Cookies and fastpeoplesearch.com. Phone number for Michelle and Christopher in the remarks.
I can't see exactly where we're at, but the map puts it right
Two
here.
on call 1, it's okay. We made contact. Everything's fine here.
Unit 2 on call 1, okay?
It's a little outside the search area. We have them over here, and they say they're over here. So it's possible he would be going south and east if that were right. Adam, what did I miss? Adam, what did you say? Where is Adam? Mr. Nusky. If he does steal a horse, he will need a satchel to mount it. Oh, man. He's only 5 feet tall. He's a short guy. He really is. And he's 120 pounds. So the horse would not even feel him up there. He's never been bucked off because the horse doesn't know it's being ridden.
Unit 06 Adam to ERT times return to 1310 cops and we're clearing.
Whatever he has help. Possibly help getting onto the horse. I don't think he's riding a horse. It's too rugged or he would have to be on the street.
06 okay.
He is jockey size. This guy has a career as a jockey if he wants it. So, Sally, he is moving fast, but when you look at the actual mileage, I mean, it looks like a lot here, but really he's only gone, like 6-7 miles in 6 days. A mile a day is not a lot. Now, it's a lot when you think about you're going in forest or heavy, through rivers and streams and swamps. That's a lot, but he's not moving very quick. How old is this guy? He's 34 years old, I believe.
6-5, Paul 3. Paul 4 and I will be on at 5 on the rock.
Yeah, 6-5, Paul 3, okay, we'll take a status.
There are a lot of horses in that area.
Paul 3, we'll advise.
Okay.
Why do they make roads curvy instead of straight? AJ, what happens is the East Coast was settled based on mostly on streams. And so properties went a lot on streamlines and mountain ridge tops, and they sort of branched out from there and then got divided and divided. There is no rhyme, reason, or pattern. And very often you can get somewhere and say, well, this is not where I want to be. I want to be over there. And your GPS will say, sorry, you can't get there from here. The roads just don't connect the way you'd think. They're all over the place. But yeah, it's a little confusing. You have to know the area. I walk 1 to 2 miles a day. It takes an hour for 2 miles. And he's put in more than that time for sure. All right, it seems to be getting quieter, guys. I'm not one to bail when the fun starts, but we're still waiting for Nick to come live again. He is not yet. He's probably setting up. Air Force USA, hello. Good to have you back. Welcome. Lots of roads follow waterways.
Someone's available. I'll be letting a parking complaint, 825 Paley Pike.
Amber C, I used to live there.
45, we'll be clear momentarily.
Years ago. What time tomorrow? Well, I only need 5 hours of sleep, so we're probably going to do an 8:30 start or a 9 o'clock start. It depends. I'll be watching the Twitter feed if this guy hasn't been caught overnight while we're sleeping. As soon as RA goes, there will be a verdict. I mean, a capture. That happens over and over. If you guys want to get some sleep and just have this over with, just have me end the live stream, and it will all come to a resounding crash. Ty Medali, I'm not going to judge the cops on this one just because I know how heavy the trees are.
653, okay?
But it does seem like in 6 days, with the number of people they have there, that we would have more than just, oh, he was here, we just missed him. Is it cold at night? I think it's in the 60s to 70s, like mid 60s probably, so not bad. Running while you go to bed. Can't do that. The jails are incompetent. Apparently, they've had 2 escapes, the exact same method from this jail. So pretty soon they need to patch that hole in the fence. I did wear some fake eyebrows for a verdict quite recently. Let's see, sleep stream coming soon. If I stay up much longer, it will turn into a sleep stream, without my consent. Here's what I want to do. Does everybody have the feed if they want to stay up and listen to the police scanner? There's not much happening. We're watching Flight Radar, but there really isn't anything happening there. Ooh, hang on. Is Nick? Nope. I thought Nick was going to go live again, but he is not. Let's see. We've got some. I appreciate everyone who's been linking things to me on Twitter.
52 1261.
You can send me down that parking point.
So we've got Kent Jackson posted this, and Danielle linked it to me. So this is a comment from the Pennsylvania State Police. The manhunt of escaped convict Danilo Cavalcante has focused in the immediate area surrounding the Brandywine Creek.
They're actually heading southbound Westchester Pike, going to the Wawa.
Okay.
Down to the Wawa. In Birmingham, Pennsylvania townships, residents of the area are asked to please lock all their external doors and vehicles and remain vigilant. Review your surveillance cameras and contact police if you observe anything suspicious. If you see the individual, do not approach him. Call 911 immediately. So this was the reverse call that went out, and that was in the Birmingham and Pennsbury townships. Still nothing from Nick. I was hoping he'd go live again. I want to see his new location before we wrap things up. He might be having trouble getting to this new location because of the new lockdown, the new perimeter. Okay. Do we have any more questions? Nick's going to be careful. Honestly, I don't think he's going to get approached. He's live streaming. That would be like the worst place to approach. Of all the people, you'd be better off approaching a cop than approaching Nick right now. We don't know the details exactly. We've heard that he climbed on top of exercise equipment, made it onto a subroof, and then out to the roof and climbed the fence and jumped. What does reverse call mean? Cindy, here in the United States, I'm not sure where you're at, so I might be explaining this to someone who understands already, but we have an emergency number that you can call of 911. That goes to your local police department. So anywhere in the United States, if you call 911, it will route to your local, or it should be your local police office or sheriff's department. So normally that would be an outbound call coming into the police.
CPO 93, Adam 3.
The police can do a reverse call where they will dial all the numbers in an area and say, hey, we have an emergency, and they'll play a message. So it's a reverse call. It goes out all at once. It's like a big, huge call spamming tree that plays a recorded message, and it goes to everybody to let them know there's a problem. Automated call sent to the public. Thank you, Sydney. Cindy, you did a good job. Or Dee Dee, thanks for explaining that. Future says, I have the link, but it won't post in chat. Can you pin scanner chat? Can you pin scanner in chat before we go for people who want it? I will do that really quickly. Just 1 second. Yes, schools are shut down as well. They'll probably be shut down again. There's the chat. Let me replace pinned message. So the pinned message now is the scanner. You'll have to add the other groups, the other talk groups, if you want them. And just for the record, the other talk groups you want would be. Let's go here and look. Where's my mouse? There we go. I have Central Police Dispatch, West Police Dispatch, Central Police Group, and West Police Group. These other three I haven't seen anything on. I'm listening. Most of the talk is coming on 65149, patch 65149.
You're a gangster. What a marathon day, flexed bicep with light skin tone, cigarette hands with light skin tone pressed together.
Ivan, you make it sound really glamorous, but really I've been sitting in a chair made by a company called Lazy Boy all day, so I don't feel like I've done much. I've got some people I need to respond to on the burner phone, though, that I promised info. Thank you, Mackie and me. I appreciate it. Ivan, thank you once again for the donations, for everything you do for the channel. I love you, man. Thanks for being here. Laurie Clarkson, we're going to be live tomorrow with this, so we'll, fingers crossed. First of all, I wouldn't mind if they catch him overnight. We could do just a wrap up tomorrow and sort of get some of the facts. It does take a while for the facts to come out. Usually the first press conference doesn't have everything that we want or answer all the questions. But who's that guy? Pickle. I like pickles. Yeah, it's a thing on this channel. So specifically spicy maple bourbon pickles from Walmart. $2.84. They're on rollback right now. Get them while they're cheap. No, they don't sponsor the channel. Let's see. So I'd love it if they do get him tonight, if they get him off the street. How they do that, I'd prefer that there's no threat or life loss involved. But if they have to, they have options. But I think it's more likely that this will continue into day 7 tomorrow. Oh, Nick is live now. Nick is live. Hold on just 1 second. Let's go here. Where are you at, Nick? He's just barely popping on right here. Welcome back.
No pickle for D's. Wait, what?
Yeah, he's got a really poor signal. Let's go back and see if there's another one. We'll see if it goes live. We're up late. Who just said that? Ivan, no pickle for these. No pickle. Snoozeroni, welcome. Thanks for clicking the subscribe button. We call that admitting to being an addict. Let's see, camera 3. Let me switch this out of here. See what Fox is doing right now. Shrink this down. Well, looks like they're done. Not sure who that is. Whoever it is, it's starting something else. That's not what we want. Wild police chases. That's cool, but no. Okay, we'll go live just with the map for right now. So Nick is trying to go live. Did Walmart still block you from spicy maple bourbon pickles? No, I bought the last 2 jars at my store, but they have not restocked yet. I think that's it. Okay, they've not caught him yet. Seriously. I'm not yawning. You're yawning. When will the next trial be?
You're 93 pulse 7.
Hang on.
93 pulse 7. Confirming your location, Parkersville and Raven Lane. That's correct.
Parkersville and Raven Lane. This is our talk group that we are trying to monitor.
Okay, you slide up to Parkersville and 926, leave Paul 3. He's good to return available. Roger that.
Okay, they just released an officer. I think they're swapping somebody out for a crew. Fox did end their stream. It's getting late. It's turning into Groundhog Day. 1 week of this. It's amazing. There was a press conference this morning, and the place we watched that was on Chester. What was it called? Chester County District Attorney's Office. They're the ones that are airing that. It's on Facebook. So you want to, if you're on Facebook, go ahead and like their feed and be notified. They should do another press conference tomorrow morning with another update. Let's see. Pickle Toes Grandma, welcome. Good to have you here. Appreciate you. Appreciate those who have joined tonight. Trisha Daly, welcome. Linda Shaw, I appreciate those who are clicking the subscribe button. This will alert you to when we go live tomorrow. We are going to follow this tomorrow with whatever the update is, whether we have breaking news that he's been captured or killed in the chase, or if we just have more trail cameras and another day of tracking helicopters as they try to pick him out from all the other little people walking around on the ground. What trial are we watching next? We've been working on a couple trials we're still trying to get access for. We've got one out of Colorado, Adams County. That would be really cool if we can get that one pulled off. We've got a few days before that begins. There's one down in Clay County in Florida as well. That is actually a change of venue trial that we're trying to get access to there, and that one's a little bit harder. But, yeah. We normally go live about 8:30 or 9 o'clock. I'll watch the Twitter feed and see what happens. Let's see, I'm exhausted. I'm not even chasing the guy on foot. I'm a little tired, too. The Mountain Dew did not do much for me tonight. Good night, Jessica. Thanks for being here. Appreciate everybody. No live trials tomorrow. Probably going to do the manhunt tomorrow, honestly. How much longer can this go? This is crazy. He's still running free. That is the short update.
267 Property 1, copy your stop. Westchester Pike and Chester Hollow Road.
Okay, this is a new one. Let's listen. This is Central Dispatch who's putting this out. They should have another call back. Just 1 second.
Unit 41 Property 8.
Waiting for a response from the unit she's calling.
Unit 4, process before crossing route to your suspicious condition. Number 1, Corwin Terrace. There's a vehicle that hit something, then went up a street. Whatever it hit did pop a tire. Car can hear the tire scraping.
Okay, so that might just be a DUI. Vehicle went off the road, popped a tire. Yeah, we'll be back on in a few hours for sure. I'm still researching that one, Jody. Adams County, Colorado. That one I think is
7544.
I think that's going to be Randy Rodima. I think in Adams County, Colorado, this is five first responders charged with basically murder of overdosing the suspect and killing him. So we've never seen that before.
Okay, what unit was that?
Belinda, first time here. It's a first time for everything. Glad you could make it here. We're on the tail end of this live stream, but we've been going for over 12 hours today, so we need to sort of wrap this up and get ready for tomorrow. We do this every day. This is the only thing I do. This is my job. I'm so tired at this point I can't even make out the 911 calls. Luckily, this new app lets me go back and replay things from the 911 calls. Oh my goodness, this is a brilliant idea, Dee Dee. How much would I owe you if we did that? This is my prison escape hoodie. I'm going to write that down because I'm going to close my eyes tonight. And that thought will never again enter my head if I don't write it down. Merch idea. That is hilarious, Dee Dee. You must have a company that you use to sell witty information to people, because that's really good. New to the channel, Jax Maria, welcome. Good to have you here. Do hit the subscribe button so you can
get Ari a shot of Jolt. Anyone remember Jolt?
Jolt, man. There was a time I would have the what was it called when the Mountain Dew did the energy drinks? I can't do them now. My heart just protests and it beats like 150 beats per minute. Are there dangerous animals in the area that would help us in hunting this criminal down? Even raccoons can attack someone in their nearby nest. Jessel, just realize our fugitive doesn't have to be very big. A possum could take this guy out. A mad possum could really take this guy out. He's 5 foot tall and weighs 120 pounds. Virtually any animal with teeth could be a match for this dude.
64 pounds.
Melissa B, thank you. Appreciate it. What do you think about the murder mess going on? Life at 50? We talked about that in our last stream at the very beginning. For those that aren't following that, Alex Murdaugh was convicted of shooting and killing his wife and son, sentenced to 2 life sentences in prison. And he's now asking for a new trial, saying that the jury was influenced by the court clerk, who basically told them how to vote. And he's asking for a new trial. So this is crazy. I've been addicted to this manhunt. We can't believe it's going on. I think that's the thing that every time we look at this is like, how is this still happening? How are we a week later? This guy has basically, for all intents and purposes, has not moved from the area in which he escaped, and we still can't find him with all the resources of the state and federal government that they're dumping on this. Like, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to subpoena the using a FOIA request to get all the costs that this racked up. I'm just talking about the overtime hours, the police, the hardware, the helicopters, everything. This is millions and millions of dollars every day that this is going on.
4-1 units. There's pieces of the vehicle at 7 Corman Terrace, possibly pieces of the undercarriage. Apparently the vehicle also hit trees and shrubs.
So, this sounds like a DUI. The popped tire, pieces of vehicle on the road. The dude doesn't even know that he hit anything. Not funny, not joking, but we've watched enough DUI videos to know that's probably what's happening. Any weather of note in the area of the Manhunt Weather Watch? Cat28, welcome. Good to have you here. We've got a few new people squeezing in. I wish I could recognize you all, but it's been crazy. Nick's in a neighborhood live. Let me go back to Nick really quickly. His live stream was struggling for a minute. Here we go.
Though it doesn't look like there's any commotion or anything going on, it's a very active scene. Just about.
This is Nick the Hat on Twitter on the right-hand side.
And also outside of the perimeter, there are troopers everywhere. So I'll wait for a few more people.
4-1 units. Caller seems to believe he can hear the vehicle near Flintshire trying to move.
Walk.
There's a vehicle in the Shire.
Show you guys.
It's stuck.
The area and where everybody is.
Okay, the connection's sort of poor for Nick. He's in a rough area.
Is
4-1, possibly 5. I'll be out with it.
Just wait for some more people to hop on so I don't do it twice.
Bracknell and LPC 3767. Email Papa Charlie 3767.
Unit 4-1, possibly 5. Contact with Colin Johnston, 1199 Perry Lane out of Westchester.
Earlier, we were.
Let's hear what this call is. Just
In
1 second.
An area that's sort of like the middle of that one sighting. You guys saw CERT teams driving by. You saw the state police zooming by. And oh, that's a good point. So the tracks, somebody told me at that development that we were at just before this stream that the train comes once a day.
Once a day.
Through that area, which is pretty bizarre that he hasn't hopped on the train.
He probably doesn't know the train
And
schedule.
on the way here, the roads it was foggy, which is weird. Like there was a stretch of road that was very foggy out. So it makes it a little bit more difficult. So if he was to cross the street tonight in some of these areas, there's fog, which is obviously going to interfere with.
Basically, he can escape, is what Nick's saying.
If he was to come out.
Okay. Denise, we're going to have to turn this off eventually so you guys can go to bed. Some of you are more addicted than I am, and that's saying something. Has he been getting food out of the trash? No, we know he's broken into houses and stolen food right out of the refrigerator. Cleaned out refrigerators. Got everything he wanted and moved on. Silent J, welcome. Good to have you here. He's too short to catch the train. His little legs just can't run fast enough. He's only 5 foot tall, but this guy, I mean, we laugh at and we sort of make fun of him because he's just a tiny guy, right? He's just a wee tot, but he's evaded the best that our nation has to offer as far as law enforcement goes for a week now, and he's still on the run. Amber, thank you very much. It's time to sleep. I don't have the Rockabye Baby.
Recovery addict on the treetop. Musical notes, yawning face with closed eye, sleeping face.
This is the only music I've got. Just the sad piano to go to sleep to. And sadly, I guess this is appropriate. We have not found him. The suspect has gotten away, and he's basically scot-free still. Diet Coke Mama, you're up late as well. Good to have you here. Is this a prison break? Yes, it is. We've been following the manhunt most of today. We'll probably be following it tomorrow too because he's still out on the run. And haven't been able to catch him. He's very crafty. He's only 5 feet tall, weighs 120 pounds. I believe he's Brazilian and has long hair and a beard. He's been breaking into houses, stealing things. He's been caught on security camera video. He's been caught on trail cameras. But he escaped to jail and has made it all of 5-6 miles from the jail. And 250 people 24/7 since then have not been able to catch him.
418, your status.
Yay, the piano music. It's time to go to sleep.
Everyone say 19, we're okay.
This is my go to sleep message.
Music. 19, okay.
Okay, what is Nick's site, please? Sparkles, I can give you that. It's only on Twitter, so that's the only way you can contact him. Nick is on Twitter with Nick the Hat, NIKTHEHAT. Nick the Hat, and it's like this right here, Sparkle, but no C. Take the C out. So just NIK and Nick the Hat. So I know in England, Nick the Hat means steal the hat, but here Nick is his name. He's not talking about steal the hat. And his last name, it starts with hat and then it goes on for like 70 more letters. It's just incredible. Nobody can get it right. You can't say it or even read it. There was a confirmed sighting tonight at 7:20. Is that true? Yes, that is true. This is my switcher. Sorry, that's not where it was. It was right here. Confirmed sighting was right here in this area, between this road and this road, along the creek. This is where Matt was reporting from earlier on Nick's channel. But somewhere in this area, they also thought for a while that he might be on this farm at 2400. They searched that farm. The owner came out in the Prius and unlocked the buildings, and they cleared the farm, said he was not there. So that's the last place we knew he was at. We're going to turn it off. It's a big game of Where's Waldo. Emma, thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. If you click the subscribe button and ring the bell, you'll be notified when we go live tomorrow. It's going to be probably 8:30, 9 o'clock tomorrow, or maybe a little bit earlier. Depends on what happens on social media. If this all breaks loose early in the morning, we'll go live early in the morning. But either way, you'll want to be here for that. All right, this is where I say thank you so much for being here. We have the best community. We have the best mods. We have just the most fun. This is the best place on the internet to watch true crime and manhunts, occasional manhunts. So I will say tonight when you go home, if you do go home, you've got like 12 minutes to do it before it becomes tomorrow. Please hug the people you love. Smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better. And please stay safe till we go live again. First thing in the morning, we'll have the Manhunt updates for you. Please be here. Share it with a friend. Bring a friend along. This is a nice place. I think they'll like it. I think you will as well. Thank you so much. Thanks to the mods who worked about 18 hours today. I don't know when they sleep. They're absolutely amazing. Absolutely incredible. Thank you all. Have a good night. Fingers crossed on the Manhunt. Maybe tonight's the night. We'll see you in the morning. Bye. Good night, guys. We'll see you.
Scratch all that. Well, that was terrible. I apologize.